Well, hello, meowdy everyone. Hope you're having a good weekend today. Welcome in, Sora and Jesse. Good to see both of you here at the start. I hope you both are having a good day today. I do apologize if I sound a little eepy. I didn't really sleep so well last night, but it's okay. I'm probably after stream just gonna take a shower and then flop right into bed because I am big eeps. Class is also canceled. Yippee! That's always fun. Well, I guess it depends, you know. I know it's nice not having to, you know, deal with class, but then also like class ends up getting a little bit behind. No water. That's not good. It's unfortunate that you know, I mean that's really unfortunate you have to deal with no water and no food. Why does the cafeteria close for the weekend? And thank you for the 115 streak. Yippee. I appreciate your continued regularity and support. Good EPs? Yeah, I'll try. I'll definitely be flopping into bed. You know, I had to get up early today. And yeah, I didn't really get much sleep regardless. I tried napping after I had to get up. Yeah. But naps only helped so much. Well, yeah, I'm sure you know, it'll be nice. It'll be nice when I get to go flop into bed, have a little bit of a cozy. Cafeteria open today. Oh, yay. Well, at least you can get some food. Hello, Reki. Meowdy. Yeah, I was having to do some stuff around the house today, but it's okay. No more candy for dinner tonight. Yeah, candy doesn't sound like a good dinner. Why is your campus going through so much stuff? Watching from the car. Hopefully you're not the one driving. Be safe, Reki. Alright, didn't you say that you were going to be getting like a new getting a used car or something today? Well, you posted on your Discord. Got it? Yippee! I hope it's good. Although I guess in these trying times, you know, it's a rough market out there for cars right now, even used cars. But yeah, I hope it's nice. I still need to get some work done on my car. I've been procrastinating on it. Cause like it's not really, it just means I don't have a radio to listen to, which admittedly really sucks, and I'm definitely gonna have to get it fixed before I like have to make any major trips, because I cannot like do a major like the 6-7 hour road trip without any music. That's gonna be awful. A Tesla. Okay, well now I'm gonna have to be judging you a little bit. Parent car? Okay. I would like to have an EV, but you know, my car works, so I'm not exactly in the market for a new vehicular. Also with, you know, the prices of, I'm sure the price of, you know, computer parts are probably going to affect cars as well. I know cars were having, a huge issue with not being able to get, like, computer components for their internal computers, a few years ago. Until it breaks, yeah, I will. I've never been one to, like, get new cars. Car engine's still good? Yeah, it's still good. It's just the whole infotainment system is, I don't know what's wrong with it. My neighbor had issues apparently with like rats chewing on their cables, and I'm a little worried that maybe the reason why some of my wiring or my infotainment system doesn't work anymore is maybe something chewed through the cables, but I haven't noticed anything weird in my garage, so I have no idea. It's not like I leave my car outside or anything. But yeah, it's a non-critical issue, so you know, I've just been procrastinating on it, because if the car runs, then that's the only thing that really matters. But yeah, today I've got some, you know, it's gonna be a more relaxed Final Fantasy day. Miss the purr? I don't think I did. Did I not say purr? Yeah, it's purring like a kitten. Well, it's not particularly loud, but you know. Let's see. Yeah, I was wanting to, there's a new event going on in Final Fantasy, so gotta get that done, of course, and then figure just having some more chill, like, life skills stuff, like crafting and fishing and stuff, something that's not, you know, too stressful, or something that doesn't really require a lot of thinking either. A Meowstang, well, look at you being all fancy with your Meowstangs. I I hope you have a good time with it. What year is it? I do like how they work, but I don't, or how they look, but you know, I'm not really big on the maintenance for a lot of American cars. Also, Mustangs. I don't know. One of my friends was going car shopping a handful of years ago. And, you know, we were going through dealerships and doing test drives and stuff. I was just along for the ride because I was hanging out with them. And we was swung by the Ford dealership, and like, the Mustangs there, the mirrors were so incredibly small. I don't know how people even see out of them. They were like smaller than my hand. They were like these tiny little slivers. They were like as big as baby hands. It was awful. And then I remember when I was actually looking for a car for someone else a while ago. I was looking at, I forgot if it was a Ford or like a, I don't know, a Chevy or something. It was some sort of American car. But you know, it was an SUV, and the gas and the brake were like legitimately a foot apart from each other. On like in depth. So like, you know, I couldn't like pivot my heel to rotate one or the other. And it's not like I have small feet or anything. But yeah, they were like so far apart. I had to like literally lift my foot up to move it between the gas or the brake, and like, why was it designed like that? Oh, thank you for the 175 streak. Should just ride a Roomba. That'd have to be a really big Roomba. Also, yeah, Equus did show up yesterday. They usually show up in, even if they're not particularly active, they'll show up and get their streak. I don't think I'm pretty sure they hit their 200 yesterday. I'd have to peep. Let me scroll. Yeah, it was 200 yesterday, so, you know, don't worry, they're still dedicated. Let's see. I probably should have launched Final Fantasy in the background before, because I am going to need... Let's see. I'm looking for some settings here for a second. Where is it? Here we go. Yeah, I've got to temporarily set my model to sleep for just a second. Is a co-op game? Yes, it's a co-op game that everyone should be playing. Let's see. I gotta say, I'm really excited for the upcoming expansion. You know, as evidenced by the fact that I've been starting to stream Final Fantasy again for... I guess I never really streamed it that much. For the times that I did stream it, you know, it was kind of a... let's see. That main menu is very... I hope it's not too loud. Let's see. Actually, I should wait until I, like, log in. 1 second. Gonna run you over on the Roomba. Well, you are very small. So yeah, I also do want to see about redoing my fashion maybe today. So, you know, maybe you guys might be able to give me some tips and stuff on various things that I could wear. I don't really have that large of a collection of fashionable gears yet. I would like to get everything at some point. Well, you don't have enough inventory space to get everything, but you know, fashion is of course always the end game in many a game. So, you know, getting to Getting to redo fashion at some point. I know I just have my like little beach outfit right now. Let's see. What's my keybind to hide my UI again? There we go. Yeah, my little beach outfit here. You know, I just got my flip flops and my water watch and whatnot. I'm not naked. This is swimwear. What do you mean naked? You get those lewd thoughts out of here. Let's see, we'll hide that. Let me declutter my thing a little bit. No, this is swimwear. I don't see why you think it's naked. It's perfectly normal male swimwear. It is peak male swimwear, as a matter of fact. Accurate to IRL? Maybe. You know, keep dreaming. It's not, I mean, technically it's not a casino. I don't really know what an analog is for in other countries. This area is more like a Dave and Buster's. I guess that's more of an American reference, you know, there's like little mini games and stuff. Although people online do generally just refer to a casino. I think that's an inaccurate statement. But let me actually look at the event that's going on right now. Always streaming it. I mean, it's hot, you know. I gotta make sure that I don't overheat. Let's see. Need to find out where the event is taking place. Scroll. Let's see. All right, I know exactly where to go. I can remember my keybinds. Exactly, you know, fans only hope so much. Don't worry, when it's winter, I'll be doing the same thing. Is this the same event as before? It should have started by now. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Upper, because I'm in the wrong area. We'll go upstairs. Does it bug you so much? I'm not, it's swimwear. Oh, that's a cute cat girl. That's my kind of cat girl. You know, big and buff women. Other cat girls are fine too with just the ears and the tail. You know, all cat girls are welcome around here. Let's see. I could try putting some more swimwear, maybe something that's like a little bit more relaxed. Let's see, plates. I hope that it's actually big enough for you guys. You know what? I don't think the ultra wide is really needed right now, so I'll just zoom and enhance really quick. And do I have an open slot to peep? Let's see. I guess most of these are kind of like really basic. Let's see. I could just recreate these. I'll replace this one. You cats wear clothes outside? Exactly. You know, we don't have to... Well, don't worry about it too much. It's so that we're comfortable and don't overheat. You know, cats can't sweat. So it's important that they regulate their temperature, you know? Let's see. And it's kind of hard to see the sandals that I'm previewing. Also, I can't really rotate my model in here. What are some cute sandals that I have? Let's see. Guess I don't really have a lot of sandals. Let's see. I kind of like the little ankle accessory that these ones have. I think that's cute. Oh, those seem cozy. Let's see, what about these? Gotta get the grippers out. Well, that's why I'm wearing sandals, you know. Well, I can't go entirely barefoot. What about... Yeah, these are fine. I think these are good. Then let's see. Well, maybe I'll get some swim trunks on since apparently this is no good, you know. I don't see what's wrong with it. Or a swimwear to a park or a castle. You know, it's all about maximizing comfort. What about what about these? These are nice little short shorts for the beach, you know? I don't know, maybe those are a little too much. Hmm. We need a butt slider though. There is no cheek slider, unfortunately, so you know these cheeks are what we got. Let's see. Oh, you know what? There's one of these yeah, one of these like Japanese cloths here. A fundoshi. We have like just plain old boring swim trunks as well. I don't think that's super good though. I mean, they're so basic, you know. These look really leathery. I'm not sure leather is the best thing to wear to the beach. Let's see. Some more basic shorts. No, those are a little too long. Let's see. You know, maybe I will wear these cut-off shorts. You know, they're nice and breathable. Fight the twink allegations? Well, I'm trying to get beachwear. Hello, Haley. Mewdy. The event is beach themed, you know, so I can't be wearing like long stuff over there. You know, maybe these neon green things are not bad. Do I have matching shoes for them? Oh, they're probably gonna be like actual shoes though. Let's see. Yeah, we can't wear like real shoes to the beach. Okay, you know what, that'll be fine. And then, I don't really think I need gloves or anything. Don't listen to them, Haley. They're spreading lies. Oh, you know what, I could get some, some claws. You know, I'm a cat after all. You gotta have the claws, right? Let's see, toenails? That's a really small detail. Can I make this like bigger? Let's see. What if I like make it? That is really huge. I don't really think I have a lot of nail accessories. So no, I don't need to wear arm warmers. That's maybe a little too gay. You know, or what were the short little black nails? Sadly, there's no colored nails, unfortunately. Also, this is like way too pixelated, I think. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oops. Although, this is gonna be like messing up my screen and everything for when I'm like not streaming. I'll just leave it like that. And then, you know, I'll wear I suppose I can wear a real top. Let's see, we got a nice casual jacket. This is the favorite of femboys everywhere in this game. So I can't wear it, obviously. Let's see. Just a normal ass shirt. Oh, this is pretty fun. It's even got like little necklaces and things. What else? No. A front tie shirt. Let's see. I like the open shirt. Let's see. I really like this top because it's like it's nice and flowy. It looks comfy. But you know, maybe for the beach I'll get a nice open shirt, you know. I think that's good. Oh, you're watching me like on the car unit? Only the finest of entertainments. You can dye clothes, yes. I don't have any dyes right now. I usually never bother, honestly. There is a whole selection of them. Yeah, I don't have any dyes on me. They have been slowly reworking the system. How big is this? It's not as freeform as, say, what is it, like Guild Wars 2? Guild Wars 2 has a really nice system. But yeah, honestly, I used to not really bother with dying. I really wish the preview wasn't, like, smaller, but I don't want the window to be gigantic. Let's see. Yeah, the dice system before used to be so anal because, like, you needed a specific die for literally every single color, which meant, you know, it took like 500 different inventory slots if you wanted to have like a real smattering. And just recently, they consolidated them all, which is really nice. They're basically based on where you get them. You know, easy to get ones are all just like this. Want to play it? I've never really been too into Guild Wars 2, but I appreciate some of the systems that it has. I think it has a top tier glamour system. No, I don't want to discard all changes. Do I have a nice little hat to wear? To the beach. Let's see. Let's see. A little beach visor. I mean, the colors do go... I guess it's just the black. What if I just changed my pants to something... Island Vacationers. At this point, I'm literally just wearing the full set. Let's see. I do not like how that beanie looks. What about... Let's see. Yeah, I know you were talking about that last time. Because I know they redid that, the new mount system that they added in one of the expansions. I've not, you know, since I don't have that expansion, I'm not really sure how it works. Also, one second. Can I like limit my FPS in game here? Main display. Let's limit this 60 since I don't need to be making my room hotter since the stream's only at 60 anyway. Alright. Let's go start doing this event. I do need to sort out my disaster of an inventory as well. It's quite awful, but you know what? Out of sight, out of mind. Let's see. I've got all these festive decorations all over the place. Zoom. Oh, I gotta say the weather doesn't really match the festivities of the area. But I suppose overcast happens every now and again. Let's see. Okay, come rain or shine, ceaseless, unrelenting shine. All these, what are they called? I keep wanting to call them the wrong thing. I don't think they're called Taru. Because I keep mixing, they use the same races basically between Final Fantasy 11 and 14, but they call them different things. Well, they're Lolafel, that's it, that's what they're called. Or potatoes, as they're lovingly known in the community. Alright, let's get this. Ahoy! Wouldn't you rather be frolicking in the ocean waves than sweltering in the sun-baked lemons and streets? Luckily, the Moonfire Fair is upon us once again. As well as providing respite from the heat, the fair has become an opportunity for the Adventurers Guild to demonstrate the skill and capabilities of its members, including your fine self, to the people of Eorzea, whether potential petitioner or prospective recruit. Our star attraction is Queen Lamin. I don't know that's how you say it. Fully remodeled into the ultimate seaside resort. Well, that sounds fancy. Relaxation, refreshments, and giant cannons. It truly has everything. Indeed. Suffice to say, I certainly wouldn't be standing around this evening not for my duties. Get yourself down to Costa del Sol and speak with Grand Chaperone Hermaga to join the fun. Oh, what a name. It has unique functions that aren't just for cosmetics, different speed, jumping capabilities. Different combat functions as well. Yeah, I know mounts are typically in games just, what, get point A to point B. That's pretty cool that they have other uses. Don't even have enough inventory space for this. You know, I'm sure it'll be fine. Let's preview the festivities. Oh, it's also overcast here. So much for unrelenting shine. Let's get my big birdie out. Zoom. This sure is a big boat. That's kind of one thing with Final Fantasy's art style, is that a lot of buildings are just kind of bigger. Probably to help with, you know, camera angles and stuff, because it'd be a little confined if it was people-sized. Just a way to move faster. Yeah, I never really clicked with ESO either. Oh no, you cannot fly any further. Flying is prohibited on the ship. I see. Alright. Oh, it's got an obstacle course. Let me see if I can zoom in and look up a little bit higher. Not really. Alright, well, I guess I'll have to surmount that before the stream's over. I'm not really good at platforming. I fucking hate platforming, but you know, I'll try it for you guys. Ah, Necrosis. Mayaru roped you in again this year, did he? Always glad to have you on board. Something that I really like about this game is if you completed a previous year's events, the NPCs running it, oops, will remember that. And they'll be like, oh yeah, good to see you again. I think it's a nice little detail, you know. They're not like, ah yes, a new adventure. I also accidentally skipped over something. The Moonfire Fair is a roaring success. Just take a look around. Talk of the Queen Lamin's splendor has spread far and wide, and folk have journeyed from across the realm to see it. Indeed. A fine thing, to be sure. Still, expecting those who've never so much as smelled the sea breeze to plunge headfirst in the spray. Well, don't always go to plan. We can't have anything impacting the guild's reputation, be it injuries, drownings, or boredom. Not boredom. So we thought up a way to ease our less confident guests into the season a little more gentle-like. And we could use the help of adventurers such as yourself to convince them that the terrors of the deep won't be terrorizing these shores anytime soon. Yippee. You remember Puyambo? She's down on the sands below. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to give you details. Oh man, making me go to different places, huh? Well, let's go jump down. They're all the way down there. Something that's really nice. I know it's not exclusive to Final Fantasy, but I know some games are really anal about fall damage and they'll just straight up kill you. You know, in this game, unless you're in combat, no fall damage will kill you. You can get, it'll take you down to 1 and you'll be fine. I gotta say, this place is less festive than the boat. Fall damage, yeah, my knees. My knees are gonna explode. Oh, if it isn't Necrosis, how lovely to see you. And then I just yap. That's how you do, you just like vaguely gesture at people in this game. Omega sent you along, did he? Perfect timing. Many of our fairgoers aren't terribly confident around the water, you see. Swimming class is already on offer, but getting into the ocean is a step too far for particularly nervous guests. First things first, we need to show them that they can enjoy being inside the seaside. Allow me to introduce a thing. Our inflatable Maugraft, proud vessel of the Watery Wings Pleasure Cruise. I think it's cute. Adorable and practical, if I say so myself. Spacious enough for guests of any size to lounge comfortably above the water, listening to the lapping of the waves with the sun on their face. Who could fail to fall in love with the ocean? I want one. Though being dragged out to sea wouldn't be terribly relaxing either. We employed magicsis at the rafts on a predetermined course around the shallows, one we ensured was free from ferocious wavekin. Still, the creatures of the sea are nothing if not unpredictable. For additional security and peace of mind, I'd like a member of the Adventurers Guild to act as an escort. Which brings me to my request. How would you like to be our resident tour guide turned bodyguard? Oh boy, I would love to. Wonderful. I can rest easy knowing our cruise is in good hands. Our first guest's already waiting on the opposite shore. Just let the chaperone know I sent you and we can get the Water Wings Pleasure Cruise underway. I'll wait for your arrival at the end of the route. I'm keen to hear how the guests enjoy the maiden voyage. Would you float around on one of these, Jesse? I think you would. You'd probably like Moogles as well, which is what that's based off of. I don't know if you're that familiar with Final Fantasy in general. There's also one reason why I'm doing the event, because we get that as a personal mount. Zoom. Let's see. Alright. Let's go ride this pleasure cruise. Might you be the adventurer escorting our guests? Thank you for agreeing to help. These two young ladies here have come all the way from Gridania to attend the fair. However, as soon as our Mikote guests spied the ocean, she became quite agitated. Can't see her boarding the raft in this state. Perhaps it will set her mind at ease knowing such a stalwart adventurer is to accompany her. Will you be kind enough to speak with her? Of course, I'm a big, strong Catboy after all. I just can't do it. Look at how deep it is. I'll sink like a stone. I'm sure I heard someone talking about dangerous wavekin. No, I can't. Come now, Lo. It'll be alright. We won't stray far from the shore, remember? And look, here's our adventure escort. I do apologize. She was so looking forward to this. But the sight of the ocean seems to be evoking some kind of instinctual fear. Cats in water, huh? Is that what they're going for? I just don't know how to reassure her. Let's see. I'll protect you no matter what. You will. You do look like you take a shark bite to the face without flinching. A shark would never be able to bite me. Alright. I'll trust Necrosis and ride the Moogle. I'm heartened to see her fears have been assuaged. Once your own preparations are complete, please give Miss Evan the word. The Mographs are ready and waiting. Alright, let's go ride these. They said these follow a predetermined course, so I don't suppose it'll matter if a novice like me takes the lead. I trust you have our backs. Promise to stay right behind me, okay? You have to promise. Alright, let's go float away. On our big inflatable Moogle rafts. It float as well. Why not even going out into the water? I don't know why she was so worried. I don't know if the volume's loud enough. Let's see. The breeze must feel so nice up there. How different everything is to Gridania. A crab. I've never seen one like that in 12 Woods Rivers. Where? Oh, I missed it. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. Beds on the beach. Now that sounds like my speed. Yeah, it's a shame about the weather. Oh, everything floats in this game. Some of it's a little silly with how this game does mounts as well. You can swim. Mounts can't really swim. They'll either fly above the water, or if you dip into the water, you'll either dismount to them or you'll go underwater. There's no, like, swimming mounts, and since this is a mount, you know. It's just a little silly thing with how the game is. Are we supposed to be heading right for that massive ship? I mean, looks like we are. We didn't even go more than like 2 toes deep in the water. Oh, wow, what a thrilling adventure. Welcome, welcome. Did you enjoy your first ocean voyage? It was wonderful. The feel of the raft swaying with the leaping waves was exhilarating, and the Queen Lament is so imposing up close, it took my breath away. I saw the most unusual creatures, and everyone looks to be having such fun playing in the sea. Honestly, you'd never know she was about to run for the hills when you turned up. Thank you for giving her the courage to enjoy herself like this. Stinky? I'm not stinky. I took a bath. There's no stink here. Meanwhile, I'm tempted to go for another ride. Following the same route again might get a little stale. Perhaps it'd be fun to have something else to do during the cruise. What do you think? Well, I don't really need to be here for this conversation. We can do anything you like, Evan. I'm perfectly at home on the high seas now, but maybe nothing too adventurous. An interesting suggestion. The Water Wings Pleasure Cruise offered different activities. Might keep guests coming back to ride again and again. Did the ride over here give you any inspiration? Let's see. A perilous course lined with bobs. How about some cold treats? I like treats. Even though I don't think we need cold ones. There's sweets made of ice. That sounds perfect in this heat. But I wouldn't want to drop them overboard with how the raft sways. We'll just don't have buttery fingers. Foodstuffs may not be a good fit for the Water Wings Pleasure Cruise. The refreshing juice might be just the thing to stay cool and hydrated. As long as it were not prone to spilling. That sounds like a skill issue. Any other ideas? It couldn't possibly be any more fun. I don't know if info on the local area is necessarily fun. What about handheld water cannons? I have a feeling they're gonna shoot down every suggestion. I was work on the beach, but I don't think you'd be able to relax and enjoy the scenery if someone were firing upon me for the entire cruise. Ah, you're just a spoil sport. Come on, Evian. It would be such fun. Don't tell me you're afraid of getting wet. Since we have everything set up, we could always tailor the experience for different guests. First, we could offer the water cannons as an advanced option, assuming all participants are willing. Any other ideas? Let's see. We're gonna go those two unless you get a mastery level in one of them. Normal hovers above. You can go underwater with the mastery point, and also have boats you can use to get in and out of the water. Yeah, initially there wasn't swimming. It took the second expansion for them to add swimming and underwater stuff. And swimming, yeah, it's just not for mounts. They either hover above the water or they go under it. But yeah, you know, this game is, especially with them working with like the old code of the original game, I'm sure there's a lot that they just had to wrangle for systems that, you know, they maybe didn't. You can't imagine like every future scenario, so I'm sure there are, you know, some things that they just didn't, don't have the proper things for. And I don't know, swimming on a mounts would be like, I guess, such a small thing versus how much effort it would take. Let's see. A perilous course lined with bombs. Boom, boom. Bombs? Yeah, that would add some excitement. Those poor boogles will pop and will be swallowed up by the sea. Bombs at Moonfire Fair? Surely not. Don't worry, that's just the adventurous sense of humor. Yeah, exactly. Just, you know, navigating some water hazards. What about a guide giving information on the local area? It's important to expand every conversation option. Oh, that sounds lovely. I did wonder about the architecture and fashion of Costa del Sol on the way here. Everything is so unlike Gridania. I'd love to learn more about the ocean flora and fauna too. A leisurely chat can make the experience even more relaxing. It seems likely to appeal to visitors unfamiliar with Costa del Sol. Any other ideas? No, we have achieved peak funness. Well, that's given me plenty to think about. Thanks to you three, I'm confident we'll make an even more pleasant pleasure cruise. I mean, I could think of a few things if it's supposed to be a pleasure cruise, but, you know. Come on, Evian, let's go and look around the Queen Lament. Have you seen that giant water slide? We want to get something to eat first. I don't know what they're serving here, but it smells amazing. I want some food. I had a couple hot dogs before, just like basic hot dogs, you know. I wasn't wanting to cook too much. And it sounds like my cue to show our guests around the Queen. Would you mind letting her Mega know how things went? Sure. Thank you, and I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the fair. All right, let's go splish splash away. have to manually walk up there. Well, I suppose I could just actually use my mount to get up there slightly faster. But this is a no flying zone. Oh, we can't even be on our mount up here. I see. I like the little neon lights though. Stream crash? Aw. That's unfortunate. Oh, you can sit down. Oh yeah, something else about this game. It has like dynamic sitting things. Like if I sit... Oh, I wasn't being used to sit on the chair, but like you can sit, you know, you can sit like anywhere on these things. And there's a whole bunch of different sittable objects where, you know, you just sit down and your character will automatically, you know, actually take a proper seat to it. There's also a few like sitting animations. I like the one where I'm leaning back with my hands on my head like this. Those are a few animations you can change between, you know. This game just has so many small details. That's nice. And then of course if I sit just freely, I do a little perch. I don't know if there's other sit animations for just this. Let's see. Emotes. Let's see. Let me see if I can't find it. General. I know there's something. Maybe not. And then if you just want to straight up sit on the ground, you can... Oh no, cats are just forced to perch. I see. Alright. Have a little cat perch. Sounds like those Gridanian lasses has a grand old time. As did you by the wistful look on your face. No need to ask, friend. Here, I've secured an inflatable Mawgraft for you as thanks. The magical limiters have been removed, so you can take a piece of Costa del Sol summer with you, wherever you go. Yippee! Just what I wanted. If I know adventures, which I do, then you no doubt thinking of all the unlikely and wildly inappropriate places you could ride this beauty. I won't ask, just remember, safety first, you hear? Oh, but before you go floating away to the ends of the universe, it seems like word spreads fast. Fairgoers are clamming to ride the Watery Wings pleasure cruise. If you have the time and inclination to escort some more guests, the help would be more than welcome. Either way, I do hope you enjoy the rest of the fair. Perhaps I'll even take the old Mawgraft for a spin myself, and admire the queen for a more intimate angle. Dog ate your burrito? Aww. Why'd you let the dog have the burrito? We'll go ahead and use that Mawgraft. I don't have enough mounts, honestly. I need to get around to mount collecting. Oh, she's got a nice hairstyle. Nothing more for Catboy. I'm gonna starve. Let's see. Where's the merchant? The other person. Let's see. Gotta purchase some goods here. Lawn Mawgraft. Oh, my inventory is gonna be so cluttered. But I've got to buy all the exclusive decorations while I can. Tabletop. Yeah. Fire Fair. God, this just holds so much inventory space. All those like unique things that you can't get anywhere else. Because if you want to have these little decorations, because there's of course a housing system in this game as well. That's one point that I have, one pain point, that there's just never enough storage with this game with how much stuff you need. Admittedly, my inventory is a little cluttered with like crafting materials, which you don't need to have on you at any given point in time, but for like furniture and stuff, you know, it gets hard. And your dog has been put in the other dog's crate. You should give it a try. You know, it's free. Until you purchase a game key, you can play it for free, as long as you want. Just once you purchase a game key, you have to be subscribed. You can't ever revert back to a free trial. I know that's something that gets some people, is they don't realize once you graduate out of a free trial, you can't go back to it. But yeah, there is plenty to play. They even just expanded the free trial to encompass yet another expansion and even higher levels, so there is easily hundreds of hours of playtime for free. And I suppose I could put like a little read-up or something, or a little write-up for actually getting started on this game, because something that's a little annoying as well is actually starting the game. is a bit of a pain, you know, making your account and everything, because their web systems are kind of asinine, to be truth be told. Granted, if you get it through Steam, it might be a little bit easier, and if you, I don't know, regularly get money to your Steam wallet, you can use your Steam wallet to pay for subscriptions, so there's that. But yeah, I mean, I recommend, it's free, so, you know, I recommend anyone to try this. I know I got Jesse to install it, but then Jesse started getting super busy, and then I haven't seen him again. Alright, let's suffer. This is just gonna be the rest of the stream. God damn it. This is gonna be the rest of the stream, just be fucking failing at parkour. I hope you all are ready. Oop. Okay. No! Yeah, combat's a little slow, but in the next expansion, they're actually reworking it. They're reworking class combat systems, which is pretty neat. Let's see. Zoop. Oh dear. Oh my god, that goes really high. Ugh. No. This is also why they disable flying in this area, so you don't just fly and cheat the obstacle course. If you see people at the top, you know they earned it. This game has a lot of jumping puzzles, actually. There's a few notorious ones all over the place. And then there are, of course, limited time ones like this. There's one in one of the former capitals of one of the older expansions that, it's a gigantic tower that you have to climb. And then there's also a sightseeing log. And it's kind of like a mini collectible. You just gotta go to a place and do an emote to add your collections there. But you know, it forces you to like look around and gather a little bit more lore. God damn it. Next week? Okay. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a parkourer. What if I like set myself in walk mode? I wonder if that'll be a little bit easier. Oh, this is actually working out quite well, but this needs a run. No. I'm gonna grill myself. I swear to God. At least walking seems to work for this. See if you can get it. Yeah. It does have a, God, how do so many people keep failing this jump? I mean, I don't see it either. That's gonna be too high. Huh? I'm like just barely clipping on it. I wonder if having a lower frame rate might actually help. I don't know if this game is gonna do frame rate collision. There is a free trial on Steam, but as I said, this game is kind of asinine with how it handles keys and stuff. If you start the free trial on Steam, you always have to run everything through Steam forever. Which isn't necessarily bad. Oh, God damn it. You have to buy all the expansions through Steam, you have to get your subscriptions through Steam. It does mean every Tuesday, when there's Steam maintenance, you can't log in until the maintenance is over. I would also imagine you still have to interact with their store systems anyway. But I'm not sure. Generally, people advise using against it, but I'll see if I can find like a nice little concise read to make it as painless as possible. Because signing up for the game is the hardest part about it. And once you have an account, you're good to go, you know. Everything falls into place after that. I do wonder if limiting my frames is actually gonna help. I know there's a few games where actually limiting your frame rate does help with a little bit. I apologize if it looks a little choppy. It's probably choppier on mine because my monitor's way faster than 30. But I've gotta, listen, I gotta take it every advantage that I can get. Oh God, this feels like butter. But certainly didn't help. A subscription deal to play or a one-time purchase? It does require an ongoing subscription once you've purchased it. I'm gonna get rid of that 30 FPS limit. It's not like Guild Wars. But again, the free trial, until you actually buy a game key, the free trial has no time limit on it. It just, I'll have to look at what the current limits on the free trial are. Let me see here. So the maximum level right now is 100. And that includes, let's see, how many expansions does this game have? Like 4 or 5 right now? Scroll. Shadowbringers. Okay, yeah. Oh, this game is on its 6th or no 5th. So the level cap is 100. You can currently play it for free to level 80, and that includes the base game and 3 expansions right now, along with all of the content that those expansions come with. And yeah, there's no time limit. The only limit is once you buy a game key. Well, not the only limit, but you know, once you buy a game key, then you have to start subscribing. There's a few other things, like you can't send whispers to people, you know, there's a lot of anti-bot things. You can't send whispers to people. I don't think you can trade either. I'd have to like look at the list of all the restrictions. You don't have an issue signing up? I'm sure if something ever happened to Steam, they'd probably have to do something about it. I think walking is gonna be too slow. Ooh. I signed up without Steam, but of course I've been playing this game for a very long time, so that might not be applicable. Oop. I swear, I'm gonna choke. No. Oh. Okay, we're still the game. Yeah, you can't invite people to a party either. There's a full listing of ooh, how the fuck did she get up there? All right. Oh my god, it keeps going. Look at all these additional jumps they have to keep making. I'm scared. I'm gonna fall. When the sacred words were written. Yeah, I've been here for a long time. What if I do it like diagonally? So, oh, that was close. Ooh. Okay. There's also no checkpoints in here. You either make it all the way or you don't. No. God damn it. Clap. It's honestly entirely possible that I just might not be able to finish this. Let's see. YOLO. At least it didn't send me all the way down to the bottom. I had greatness within my grasp. Let's see. Zoop. I also don't know if there are any limits on like the races you can make, although because I know a few of the new expansions, you know, have added more and more races to play. But with the first 3 expansions, you should be able to basically access almost all of them, if not all of them. I don't know if they eventually remove that limitation. That I would have to double check on. I'll make a thread on my Discord for Final Fantasy and start posting helpful information for beginners. Made a bunny boy? Yeah. The cutest little bun. Oof. Okay. Oof. That's so many jobs. I wonder how many people. I mean, there's some people that are just really goated. Let's see. How many more tries do I give this before I just cry and give up? I could just keep slamming my face against this wall, and then this is just it. Just 4 or 5 hours of me jumping up a tower and repeatedly failing. I don't know how many jumping pulses are in this game. I just know that there's a handful, so you know, if you like those, because I know Guild Wars 2 has quite a lot of them. Maybe we should just go back to doing other things. I had some other stuff I wanted to work on. Let's see. Zoom. No zoom. What about this? What's this do? Okay. Not quite how I expected that animation to go. Yeah, let me get to the other thing that I was wanting to do today. Because I know I was doing a lot of fishing stuff. Oh, I really need to clean up my inventory, actually, before I go, like, anywhere. Yeah, maybe closer towards the end of the stream, I'll give it another go. Actually, you know what? Let me go show off my apartment that I have not decorated at all. There are two kinds of houses that you can get in this game. You can get an apartment, or, well, two kinds of living quarters. You can get an apartment or, like, an actual house. This is the region. There's also, like, what, like 4 or 5 housing zones. This one is in, technically in the second expansion, or the first expansion area. It's called Ishgard. It's a little, theological kingdom in the mountains where it's perpetually snowy. You know, they got a lot of the stone architecture. I actually think my guild house is here. Or am I in a different... Where is my guild house? Oh, there they are. Let me show off my garbage apartment first. I basically just got it because it allows for storage of most furniture. To save myself a little bit of space. Go to your apartment. Let's see. You can also just visit random people's apartments. Yeah, I think I put floors down and walls and, like, that's it. Let's see. I don't remember how to open up the storage now that I'm in here. Let's see. No, that's not her. It's one of these options here. Let's see. Housing. Indoor furnishings. Store. There we go. Just store that, and that'll give me quite a bit more inventory space. Not quite everything can be stored, unfortunately. Let's see here. Place, storeroom. It also doesn't have very much storage. Let me see if any of my retainers, and these are like kind of your banks, they're people that you basically hire, and they hold on to stuff for you. Oh yeah, they have a whole bunch of stuff on them. Finding. Yeah, let me see how many of these I can store, because if I can, they're free up a whole bunch of this space, then that's storage I could actually use for other things. Indoor furnishings. Oh no, so much of this can't be stored. Alright, well that's gonna be a little bit of a problem. What about if I can't place this either. Furnishing. I wonder if it's because those are maybe exterior. Oh yeah, those are exterior items. That's why. Well. God, my inventory. I don't want to organize it because then I'll have to like go through everything again. How is a kettle an indoor or an outdoor? I don't know. That makes no sense. Whatever. Okay. I'm sorry. Apologies. I didn't. I could have sworn I actually stored a lot of this stuff before. Let's see. Store. I also have some expensive fishies that I need to deal with. Okay. What else can I do to organize my inventory just a little bit more? These are fashion items. Let's just store these for now. And then, let's see, what else? I mean, I could just pitch most of these, actually. I'll store them for now. Oh, that's still worth something. Okay. And let's see what else. Lawn raft. All right. Okay, I'm slowly making some inventory space. And let's see about fishies. I can't imagine a lot of these are gonna like actually sell for anything. Okay, well apparently that sold for a decent amount. Let's sell that for 250,000. I mean, some of these are pretty rare. Question is, does anyone actually want to put them in their fish tank to show them off? Maybe. I mean, hell, if I had a big fish tank. 1,000. I can sell that for at least 15,000. Okay, let's go ahead and use. Oh, that's for my lawn. That's not a freaking mount. What the heck? Oh, did I already use the, oh, I already used the mount. That's it, that's it. Okay. And then I can use that, and everything else should be good. Let's organize that. And wow, it's like I have inventory space again. Don't pay attention to how many items I still have. Okay, now I can finally get back to what I was wanting to do, which is travel to the moon. Very important. Let's see. Oh, I've got the little kitty. From the beach to the moon. Yeah, you know, we go places. Want to go home? How long until you get off of work? I believe in you. I believe in you, Haley. You can make it through the day. Ooh, that's why I can't use it. Okay, let's switch that over to something else. Let's see. How do I get out of here? I guess these are slight spoilers for some of the future expansions. About 4 hours left? Aw. Well, that'll be about when I'm wrapping up stream, huh? You can make it, Haley. You can make it. How about I switch to fish? Here we go. Let's go talk to Driving Way over here with their little sunglasses. Oh, my cat's doing the little ear wigglers. Officially blah, 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 blah. Okay. Here we go. Time to go to the next area. Oh, hold on. I see something over here. Mech Ops? I probably have to like talk to them for something or other. I might not even need to. 7 hours, but on break. That's really long. call it certification. 1,000 looter coins. That's not happening, buddy. If you don't get support or attention, you'll wither and die. Oh no, we can't have that. Get the offending dog out of the crate. Why'd you let them have access to the burrito? You gotta make sure to protect your foods. But I have to actually fucking use that garbage rod. I can wait until this is over. I believe we watched all these little videos here. Yeah. I like how upbeat the music is. I do wonder what the next area is going to be. This is going to be entirely new content to me. Granted, I'm kind of here, kind of at the end after it's already irrelevant, but whatever. All right, searching way. Glad to see you. It's time we discuss the next stage of the initiative. Our contributions have seen to it that the Moongate Hub has everything it could possibly need, enabling us to focus our efforts on interstellar travel. And indeed, we've made a celestial leap. Not only did the Galactic Way's unmanned test flights prove successful, so has our maiden voyage. Maybe 5 hours? It's so long. At long last, we've set foot on the surface of an unexplored star, UL 9-6. Our scouting party already. 9-6, what a woefully clinical appellation. Where's the poetry, the creative flair? That is precisely why I've called upon you. Naming way, why not come and grant this new world a more florid epithet? Once you see it from the window of our starship, you'll surely want not for inspiration. You would have me name the star itself. Then I cannot possibly refuse. I shall pour my heart and soul, and at least one thesaurus, into the making of this moniker. It will be my greatest work to date, or my name isn't Namingway. As for you, Necrosis, I dare say this new camp would benefit greatly from your skills. Well, not just yours, naturally. I foresee a tremendous need for artisanal assistance on site. The invitation is open to as many contributors as can be convinced to make the trek. Indeed. Yeah, these are little bunny people. Once you packed your necessities, meet us at the Cosmoport. Captain Cruisingway is expecting us. Oh, thank you for the head pats. If the dog is acting up and, you know, clambering all over tables, you know, maybe leave him in the crate for a little bit longer. You know, you'd have to train the dog. On 100, you can be a bunny, not this bunny. Not these little tiny ones. You can be a bigger bunny. Let's see. Let's see. Gets all the shit. Luckily, my cat doesn't, she doesn't do that. Although, you know, whenever she does try and get something, you know, I gently scoot her away. A dog race? No. There is no puppers. Let's see. Oh, let's pull up the website. Free blah 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 blah. Where is the list of playable races? Scroll, scroll, scroll. What? You don't want to be a cat girl? You don't want to join me in being a kitty cat? Yeah. Doesn't really have a lot. There's cats. There's two flavors of cats actually. There's like little kind of dragonid peoples. There's big buff women. There's big tall elves. There's humans. There's potatoes. Oh yeah, there's bunnies. Big buff women. Yes, there is big buff women. And cats are not stinky. Don't you be spreading these meow accusations around here. Let's see, a pleasure to meet you. Name's Cruisingway, but you may call me whatever you like. Wink. Just say the word love and I'll take you to the stars. Well, that sounds flirtatious. Then I'll make it so. Oh, beautiful. Hold on tight. Not hold on loose. Let's see. Let's see where we go from here. Itty bitty little bunners. All passengers ready and willing. Well, I don't know about that last part. Putting engine output to anti-gravity thrusters to prepare for liftoff. It reminds me of like a, I mean, obviously it's got a lot of neon lights, but you know, it kind of reminds me of like some real satellites. A little bit. Of course, real satellites don't have RGB, which makes them inferior. Aligning with the stellar current, coordinates set for OL 9-6 Galactic Way. Engage. I like the Star Trek references. Are we there already? Wow. A new world ready for colonization. Ether reconstituted. Disengaging Cosmo Hopper. I do hope you enjoyed the ride. It was a very short ride. Incredible. It's very pink and purple. It's got a lot of various red hues. Something tells me it's not going to look like this. Actually, I wonder if this is already the completed look. No, it'd be even bigger. But I mean, this is a lot of stuff built in. How novel! The topography disperses light in the manner of a glass prism. Prismatic, luminous. This star shall henceforth be known as Fana? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Well, I guess that's what it's called now. Yeah, this has to be its completed look. Because there is a lot of stuff all over the place. Let's see. It's got little slushies on the floor. Alright, let's see what we got here. Searching away. I do wonder if we'll just be able to go to the next place. Welcome, friends, to Thana. How can't you know what this is? Uncultured. I am the most cultured of kitties. Don't make me time you out for being a bad puppy. Its surface is rich in silicon, which gives rise to myriad vitreous qualities. I'm told there's some truly unique native flora to be found here, as well as a veritable font of mineral resources. That said, I advise you to explore with caution. While we have erected many a facility to make the environs more hospitable, Venice still has plenty of sharp edges. Little can be done if you fail to mind the weather conditions and wander into a storm full of glass shards, for instance. Being caught in an afternoon showers on Atheris was bad enough. Feared my fur would never again regain its fluff. Why ever was a star with such a hostile climate selected as our first destination? Excellent question, my friends. The answer lies in the capabilities of our valiant vessel. The Galactic Way can only travel a limited distance, you see, and only along a stellar current's path. But where there exists a tasty carrot just out of reach, we Loperits will find a way to get our paws on it. Put another way, Fane is but a stepping stone, utilizing its strategic location in conjunction with its bountiful resources. We will in time expand our horizons by hops and bounds. Hops and meows, you say? Speaking of bountiful resources, your particular skills will be much in demand here. Refer to your exotablet in every capacity you can. Immediately putting me to work, huh? I see how it is. And I shall assist by assigning thoughtful appellations to all that I encounter. A wordsmith's work is never done. Yippee! Quest complete. Yeah, this is not our chat. This is my chat. I am the dictator here of Numbonia. There is no Senate. There is no Parliament. There is just meow. Let's see. Furthermore, blah 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 blah. The Brits are recalibrating. Yippee. Cry if I timed you out. Oh, well, we can't have that. Every last objective. Yippee! That means we can leave immediately. Which is to lodge your efforts on Fena. I just arrived, dude. I've already done so much. Didn't vote for me. Well, you don't vote for king, you know. I pulled a sword. I was gifted a sword out of a woman in a lake, you know. That's how we do government around here. I'm grateful for your dedication to running to and fro on the initiative's behalf. You've gotten an eyeful of the terrain in only the metaphorical sense, I hope. Fret not, I've yet to be impaled. When working, I hardly notice the shards piercing my tender flesh. That's, good. Very good. Well done. Much appreciated. Perhaps you see a Kyrusian, though. Yes, I am the government that you can trust. Couldn't have given that twink that sword you found at the bottom of the lake. Who are you calling a twink there, missy? I must say, the sheen of this land borders on blinding. Had I known, I would have asked Ravenway for one of their manifold pairs of sunglasses. Welcome back, Namingway. From what I've read of the reports of my exo tablet, you certainly wasted no time in crafting nomenclature for Fena. I confess it has been a spectacular challenge to name an entire star from top to bottom and maintain a unifying theme besides. But at last, my work is done. Don't go putting your feet up just yet, my friend. This is only our first destination. Yes, of course. Rest assured, I shan't let my dictionaries gather dust. You know, I did so enjoy your tour on Sinus Adorum. Might you join me on another edifying jaunt? Man, making me go places. Doubtless you're keen to hear what Namingway's cooked up. We'll hop to it then. I'll be here when you return. I just want to go to the final place where all of the people are. It is so barren here. Let's begin the tour at camp and work our way to out of the grotto. Indeed. Oh, I guess this is gonna be a time to actually have a little bit of a peep at this area here. There do be a lot of bunnies. Do the bunnies ride monster trucks? I mean, there are big trucks here. Although, I think a lot of these are either automated or like players derive them during like events that happen. Like if I open up the map. Okay, well there's no events happening right now, but theoretically if there was an event happening, you could get one where you would drive a big old monster truck. Let's see, art scholars theorized that not long ago, a vein of hot molten glass carved out this cavern before being driven back by geothermal fluctuations. As the main flow receded, it left behind deposits of molten silicates, which hardened into twisted shapes you see before you. Wow. For its resemblance to the glass produced by lamp workers, the substance shall henceforth be known as the lamp melt marble. We have no shortage of outcroppings here if you ever wish to take a closer look. Montertech, indeed. Alright, I suppose I could hydrate. If I must. I'm not drinking coffee tonight because I need to maybe start fixing up my schedule. I'm going to stop having caffeine so late. Oh, that's nice stained glass. Let's see, there's no ordinary stained glass, but Fania glass, crafted from lustrous materials unique to this star. Not only is it aesthetically pleasing, it can endure shards without suffering a single scratch, all while converting light into energy. Incredible, is it not? Fena's natural resources have proven tremendously valuable for their versatility. Wow, you're darn right I'm a good boy. I'm the best boy. Alright, we can also drive these. I think we can also get these to just pilot, once you probably do like enough here. And then I think the monster trucks as well you can do. That's just a truck. You know, so to stay awake, you should probably eat. But with a tab open for me, you know, I can't recommend ruining your EP times. Yeah, I only had one Monster Energy earlier. I might just have to start drinking my coffee way earlier as well. But that's so stinky. But yeah, it's been kind of rough. You know, my sleep schedule's just been getting worse all the time. As it does. Let's see. And a channel point thing? Yippee. Farming my channel points with a bot. How dare you? Just not drink coffee? No, well, okay. How about you make me some of that sweet tea? We were truly fortunate to find such an expansive formation to shelter us from Fena's harsh climate. Curious, isn't it, that something as delicate as glass could be both a deadly threat and stalwart shield? This puts me in mind of Gaffer's work, a vessel bespeaking both beauty and strength. This is why we call it Glassbone Grotto, you see. Unlimited head pats, indeed. Sadly, those don't keep me up. And within the primordial flame around which we gather to sculpt our own marbles, however fragile the works of man and low it may be, a glass blower's beacon. Make it free all the time and just drink it before it gets to you? Well, that doesn't help me. But this is far from the only spectacle our Fena has to offer. Let us venture westward, that our most ponderous, to that most ponderous of streams. Of streams, you say? Yeah. Let's see. I had to say my back's a little sore. Ricky, could you give me a little back rub, please? I need it after, you know, after a rough sleep last night. I sadly don't have any sort of exercise chair, or not exercise chair, sorry, massage chairs, like something like that. I have a little heat pad, but that sadly doesn't help too much. Alright, we can't fly here. An approaching thunderstorm. Red alert. I've decided on making a coffee. I'd say make me one, but I shouldn't. I should be a good boy. This translucent blue stream is soda lime floating ever slowly southward towards Milleflori. Despite the appetizing name, however, I cannot recommend drinking from it. In terms of chemical composition, the water is itself essentially glass. Similarly, should you try and consume its fish, you shall find yourself not but a plate of glass pescatore? These imposters, these impestors? I feel like I'm saying that wrong, but they're just being silly. If you will. Are in fact silicate globules animated by dense ether flowing beneath. Wow. As a matter of fact, we have yet to discover any true animals on the star, only golems and other arcane entities. The impescators themselves are difficult to categorize with confidence. Are they spirits? Elementals. Their very existence is a reminder of the vastness of nature, and the affinity of our own understanding. Staying awake till 12 p.m. again? I don't think you should stay awake that much. 12 a.m. Well, I mean, I stayed up until past 12 a.m. And those were merely easy names. Next to say we heat things up. Southward. Alright. Southward ho it is. Oh, that seems a little rude for name calling. I can't go over the fucking little puddle. Alright. Oh, dearie me. I need to get the, I didn't get the, teleport. That's teleporting. Grad school season? That makes sense. Zoom. I shall get this teleporting. That way if I ever need to come back here. Granted, with this area being kind of invalidated, you know, it doesn't hurt. Till 11 p.m. I mean, haven't you already been staying up, you know, about to that late? You've been watching me pretty regularly. Let's see. Once we've got these little boards to take into to make use of. Come, naming way. Iridized rise. Oh, this place does look pretty. It's too bad I took such an extended break from this game. Because yeah, building up all this infrastructure is part of community goals and stuff. Oh, we're gonna, am I ready to go over it? No, we're not, okay. We'll beat poop pod here. This is a bop though, I like the music here. What do you guys think of the jams here? Let's see, behold the onyx ridge rising above the fluorescent expanse, fusing wave vents. The heat in this area is sufficient to melt glass. As the abundance of silicate magma tests. Red alert! Oh dear! Temperatures fluctuate in the crater, and it's perfectly common for liquid magma to emerge from an apparently cold crust. You watch yourself, or where you step. I should hate to see you lose your favorite boots, or your favorite feet for that matter. So yeah, this is a special event that pops up every now and again. HRA has one. Jokes aside, I do hope that you're enjoying the tour thus far. Next stop offers a most spectacular scenery of all. Wow. There's probably no one here. Like to get hit by her? You would. Well, you mean you don't want to go on a man date anymore? I still need to upload that short to YouTube. I uploaded another short earlier for the Star Sector thing. But I've been meaning to get to posting some more shorts. You know, have a little bit of discoverability. I thought the bad date clip was pretty good though. I'll post it maybe tomorrow. At an opportune time. I don't think posting in the middle of the night's a good idea. Let's see, where do we go from here? Zoom. Yeah, I imagine this is probably going to get 0% progress. Given that, I can't imagine there's very many people here. Up this miner. Oh, it's not even for Fisher. That's some thunderstorms, alright. That was a cutie. I will say, you know, something else that I got during the Steam Summer Sale was I got the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I have it on PlayStation 5, but it didn't have like the DLC with it on my PlayStation, or no, not on PlayStation 5, sorry, I don't have a PS5. I have it on PS4. And then the second one they didn't even release on PS4, so yeah. One dude from Cowboy Bebop. Spike? Isn't his name Spike Spiegel? I just remember who's voiced by Steve Bloom, like fucking everyone is. Zoom. I don't like Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Beboop. I remember a game I was playing. I had some sort of Cowboy Bebop collab. I don't remember what it was though. Cannot be skipped. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and look at all this stuff. The view is magnificent. You must concede. And replete with features ripe for the naming besides. Naturally, I have given great thought to the term for each and every site before you. You needn't hesitate but ask. Alright, well, let's start. Spiking crystalline tree. Just as we have yet to discover creatures here that fall within our common definition, so do Venus flora seem, to our eyes, to exist just outside our understanding of what constitutes plant life. The distempered oak is one such species. The explosive spikes do convey sunlight into energy, albeit through processes we have not yet begun to fathom. We still know less about how said spikes form. Is there some significance? Does their well-being, some significance to their being both branch and leaf? We must assume there is a connection to the tree's uniquely harrowing environment. Fancy. The flowery shrub. As I see you're appreciating the flowers of marine. Is it not lovely how delicate petals almost resemble lace? At a glance, one would surely think them handcrafted. But I assure you, each bloom has pollen and seeds, like any other species. How then do they reproduce without the assistance of animals? We can only assume the poor deers are entirely dependent on strong gusts of wind. Tree with purple canopy, question mark. Rather resembles a fungus from Wedding Way's bower, doesn't it? But it is in fact a tree, after a fashion. Would perhaps be a cousin of the acacia, were it not made of glass plate atop glass cane. Thus I have teamed it the display Acanisa? Maybe? That's acacia. I'm just gonna say Acanisa. Our naturalists believe this unique shape may have evolved as a means to protect its soft, malleable bark from shard showers, but research is still ongoing. Seemingly glass blown bloom. Oh, that's fancy. Has a faceted glass caught your eye? On Etheris, it's unheard of for naturally occurring crystals to take identical shapes, but these plants defy conventional wisdom. Our Charlian scholars posit that it's affected the star's unique ethereal properties. The topic has sparked a lively debate within the fields of botany and aetherology. Wow. Iridescent terrain. Isn't it breathtaking how the staircase of color descends from here? It is precisely that rainbow from which the iridized rise derives its title. Our scholars estimate that this region was once home to a string of small ponds, each filled with liquid glass. As the temperatures fell, they gradually solidified. Incidentally, the different colors would seem to indicate variations of sediment between the ponds. Ah, bliss. We Loperits do so love our rainbows. I mean, rainbows are pretty. Have you taken all of the sights? If not, you're more than welcome to linger a little longer. The splendor has been most thoroughly beheld, I do assure you. And I'm delighted that it has, while your keen eyes are lit upon all my newly designated little darlings. You know, I expected a sea of stars to have no shortage of novelties, but I never dreamed our first destination would be so unlike Etheris. Here on Fena, something so mundane as glass has the power to surprise us, and each new discovery more intriguing than the last. My mind fills with questions. Whence came the strange shapes? The colors, the sounds, why these and none other? Glimpses of a design so grand I will never see the whole of it, even with a lifespan as lengthy as mine own. But someday, somehow, someone will know the shape of it. They'll follow in our footsteps, cradling the fragile things we left behind. The more time I spend on Fena, the more I feel that this is the path Hydaelyn wished for her children to walk. In the end, you and I may take one small step, but the journey doesn't belong to us alone. Coffee obtained, yippee. But perhaps we should chart a course back to Searching Way before aught else. We have kept him waiting long enough. I hope the coffee's good. Is it nice and creamy? And iced, ideally. You know, cats, this cat does like a nice iced coffee. Where have I been to before? Okay, so that and then that. Zoomies. And then I can head on over to the next area and see about maybe getting some progress. Although with how old my gear is, I don't know if I'll be able to actually progress far enough, but it's nice sightseeing, you know, there's a lot of pretty sights in this game. Zoom. Oh, this takes us all the way down. Fancy. The Capsule Chasm. Oh, excuse me. There are also a lot of different weather effects in this game, and every area has, you know, different weathers that it can have. There are some weathers that are exclusive to very specific spots or maybe even dungeons, but There are a lot of fancy weather effects nonetheless. I remember in Final Fantasy XI, weather effects were all based on the elements, and these are too, to a degree. Looks about to close this. Weather effects would be like based on how strong the elemental effect was. Like one wind power would be like you know, just like slightly windy, and 2 elemental power, which was the highest it went up to, was like strong gales or something. Mixing some tasty noises. The chocobos are not for eating. Well, I guess they're emergency food, you know, like how Paimon is emergency rations. You know, just in case you get particularly hungry. They are KFC. Kentucky Fried Chocobos. Alright, let's get to this Aethernet shard. Looks like someone's actually progressing on one of those things. But I've got places to be. Sorry, friendo. You must, expanding northwest from lift 4. Also, I believe that you need to actually fill both of them. But from what I remember, so... yeah, maybe we'll just move on to the next area. Welcome back, you two. Did you have a long and riveting discussion about Fena's geography? Oh, it was positively scintillating. Together we ruminated on many glass-based discoveries the team has made thus far. Glad to hear it. Yet I dare say your tour is complete without a visit to our crowning achievement. Our crowning achievement, does that mean? Indeed it does, presenting the Fena telescope. The what? Oh, this thing. What does it do? Is it just a telescope? Their eyes are really blue. It's even grander than the observatorium on Coerthus. Oh, this is much bigger. Using this telescope, we've already sighted several more stars possessed of aether in abundance. Stars I can show you right meow. I like how they have little fucking smartphones. Just let me press a few buttons here. Beep boop boop. Yeah, we're just exploring a little bit. We're about to explore a new area. There's always new sights to see. Stunning, nay, stupendous. Oh, stupendous, that's the word you don't hear very often. Also, welcome back, Jesse. Each glimmer you see contains myriad possibilities, and we're going to explore them all to the last. Well, I don't know if we're going to explore them all. I guess you will. Fane is breathtaking enough. I can scarcely imagine what else is out there waiting for us. We won't know without further analysis, but if there's a celestial current strong enough, we may yet find new life, new civilizations. Yeah. Granted, I've heard stories of Medion's journey, and the many stars she watched fall to despair. Oh, this is gonna be slight spoilers, I guess. Oh, I guess this is all gonna be meaningless without further context. Yes, I myself learned not long ago after we first brought into the initiative, a most lamentable tale. You were there at the edge of existence, were you not? Pray tell, what precisely did you see? Series of bizarre life forms patronizing a cafe. Memories of the long dead. There's a lot in this game. Its settings do change quite a bit. You know, this game has been going on for more than a decade. The mere thought of it is heartrending. Well, regardless of what others have seen, I still wish to make the journey, to grieve what was lost and find my own meaning in it. Well, that's inspiring. And do we not owe it to our fellow life forms to hold on to hope to the last? What if they are out there? Suffice to say, our research teams are already debating the merits of correspondence versus non-interference. Ah, first contact rules. What is it from Star Trek? The Prime Directive? Searching for sparks of hope amidst the despair of darkness. How poetic. You bet it is. So we're going to use this telescope to comb every ilm of the horizon in search of our next galactic foothold. The ideal candidate will be cocooned in celestial currents and hospitable to more than just plantish things. With luck, that's where we'll find what we're searching for. We'll be in touch once we settle on the coordinates. Until then, there's work to be done. Yeah. And of course, there is in fact no more work to be done. We're just gonna go to the next place, because that's what happens when you get back to content after not doing it for a while. Only 50 stellar missions on Fana to become eligible to undertake the additional quest. Oh no! I actually have to do missions here! Probably. No, I don't. Never mind. Maybe, wait. Well, I did say to undertake additional quests. I wonder if, well, it really matters. On Fana to become additional quest. Maybe I do have to, maybe there's another quest that I don't know about. And I just have to, like, complete quests in every place. Whatever, that sounds like completion. I'll still have to worry about it later. Judging my hopes you are ready to boldly go once more. Indeed, where no one has gone before, perhaps. Or where someone has been before. I'm so glad to have got you. I recognize that giddy gleam in your eyes. The searching way. Is it time? Got it in one. As you know, we've been using this telescope to scan for our next destination. And that star shall be... RG4-6. No, not again. These insipid provisional titles are an affront to my very being. A little bit of lore here on these little bunnies. So these are called Loprits, and when they come into existence, they're given like a job based on their name, and you know that's like the thing that they do. That's what their task is for. So searching way searches for stuff, naming way here, you know, that's why they're so obsessed with naming things. Driving way, of course, drives. Beep beep beep. Let's see. You know, there's a few other Loprits. Like, you know, there's a Loprit that never believes anything you say. They're called No Fucking Way. Let's see. Then you need to only heed the call of the initiative, my friends. What awaits are not only resources in abundance, but entire civilization. The remains of one, at least. We may one day learn what names they bestowed upon their works, but until then, we have more need of your talents than ever before. Final Fantasy, indeed. Hello, Gaff. Miati. An advanced party is securing a safe location for our newest base as we speak. So what do you say to another leap into the grand unnamed? In search of a fitting appellations not only for the star, but for cultural legacies upon it. This grand undertaking is getting grander by the day. Indeed. There's also Pudding Way, who of course is questing for the best pudding around. Let's see. It has grown far beyond what we Loprits could achieve alone. Your skills and experience will doubtless prove indispensable to our quest for understanding. Come along and we shall delve into the mysteries of this new star together. Yippee. To the Galactic Way then. I'll have the good captain show us aboard. Alright, let's go find Eagle Good Captain. Did she know Dewey? Yeah, that's a little old. They're also dressed in red though. We've got Cruising Way here. Always a pleasure to see you. Wink. Here for another ride. Oh, you bet I am. Engine's all warmed up for you if you'd care to follow me. Let's go blast off. Make it so. Hold on tight. Sounds like there's an event happening. That little, like, clinking sound means that there's, usually some sort of event happening. I wonder if it already spawned me on the other world. All passengers ready and willing. They're so tiny in their little chairs. We recorded some unusual gravity readings at our destination, so I suggest you prepare for a rocky landing. Guiding engine output to anti-gravity thrusters. Ignition. Lift off. Maybe we'll call the planet Gravity Falls. He's a goober. It's too bad that you can't be a goober. I think you'd fit right in. You're just a bigger goober. Ah. Aligning with stellar currents. Coordinates set for RG4-6. Galactic way. Engage. Ah, my eyes. It's so bright. Wow, this planet has multiple rings. That's fancy. Cosmo Hopper disengaged. Another smooth ride, if I do say so myself. Thus far, at any rate. Would you look at that? It's brown. This must be the planet where all those military shooters from like the late 2000s took place. Interesting. A desert world. All that bedrock jettisoned into the atmosphere, as if the star was torn apart. Yet it endures, ever bearing the scars of its suffering. Figures Desert, Battlefield Planet 14, yeah. And Call of Duty. Oasis. No, we'll just say Oasis. It kind of sounds like Oasis. Well, there doesn't seem to be much water around here. Zoom. Alright, let's see. Oh, look, a player. I like the music in that place better. These words were the largest we've recorded on Oasis so far. Is that what we're calling it then? DLC, are you acquainted with my friend here? Necrosis, I presume. Tankin has spoken of you. We've known each other for years, you say. Upon your works seem to be an empty teacup. I am, oh, maybe it's the lease. Editor of the Bibliotheca Historica at Numenon. I specialize in comparative study of civilizations. Given the archaeological sites proliferate this star, I thought to offer the initiative my expertise. And we're ever so grateful to have her at the helm of our research efforts. I look forward to working closely with you on the other fine adventures here. We're currently in the midst of evaluating what we've discovered. We found no intelligent life. Tragic. Lingering amongst the ruins. There are flora, fauna, and minerals in abundance. Ah, yes, minerals. Give me that sweet mineral. The density of aether across the star and its instability are also noteworthy. The ethereal conditions have resulted in gravitational anomalies such as the one you see above you. It hangs like a moon, the intensity of its pull waxing and waning irregularly, to approach is reckless at best. Waxing strong enough to pull a loper screaming into the sky. You will be reassured to hear that the studium specialists have augmented the rainbow crystal with gravitational magics to counterbalance the environmental effects at play. Said effects are not truly negated, however, only mitigated. Be mindful of the objects around you, that they may float or fall unexpectedly. Well, she's tall. I'm as tall as I can be. Yet in spite of it all, civilization once flourished here. The structures we found are proof of that. Structures with little architectural variation, nor aught suggesting they were constructed over a span greater than a generation. I'm inclined to see them as part of an outpost, not unlike our own. I believe I catch your meaning. Could it be that their architects came from another star, just as we have? The evidence suggests as much. The sheer scale indicates that it was mere base of operations for exploration. The question we must ask then is why build a colony here? What purpose did visitors come, and whence? Not to mention the looming issue of why they're no longer here. The more we learn, the more mysteries abound. A meowed. Just think of it. What started as my humble curiosity has led us all the way here. The discovery of an unknown civilization. Who were these people and what tragedy befell them? These burning questions deserve answers. But to find them, the initiative must leave no stone unturned. Do what you can to lend a paw here on Oasis, and I will keep you apprised of any major developments. Likewise, I shall be in touch via exit tablet or another intermediary. Little Catboys and the Twinkies never. One second. I need a different chair or something. I just need like a recliner, a proper like battle station or something. Let's see, time to roll up the proverbial sleeves. Any tone you turn, I shall name. I do wonder what the last world's gonna look like. There should be one more after this. Jesus, now accessible. You would explode if I sat on you. You'd be flattened into a pancake. You can now explore Oasis, blah 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 blah. Enlightening. Well, I guess we're gonna have to run around this place anyway. Memories orbit. Having come this far, Searching is confident that nothing can bring the initiative down. That sounds like hubris to me. You've explored Oasis to your liking then, or perhaps more what with the spontaneous gravity shifts. Alas, I've been holding fast to my work pools lest they float away. You've contributed a great deal. Oh yeah, I've definitely helped out. Both to terra firma and the expedition front, and I couldn't be more grateful. We've accomplished so much together. Hello again, my friends. I am pleased to report that the appellations have been assigned to most everything, with nary a gravitational mishap besides. Fantastic work as always, naming way. With each new star we reach, your nuanced nomenclature becomes ever more essential to the initiative. I truly had my work cut out for me this time, ruin after nameless ruin, all built by a nameless culture. Naturally, this necessitated a novel approach. Come to think of it, your nomenclature takes the distinctive theme in each place we go. That must be terribly troublesome to accomplish. I mean, I don't shy away from saying that, you know, I'm a big kitty. You know, Maine Coons are large cats after all. Let's see, how sweet of you to notice. It is my fondest hope that everyone in the initiative comes to appreciate each star's unique characteristics. So I try to do my part in highlighting them. How about it? Might you be interested in learning how I've chosen to characterize our dear despoiled Oasis? Sure. Knowing Namingway, he's been toiling in anticipation of this very opportunity. Go then, but try not to get too caught up. You don't tell me what to do. Alright, if you're ready to begin today's terrific tour, we shall begin with terra firma. Sure. Let me go ahead and activate the teleport first before I get the heck out of here. And this will give us a chance to explorate. Let's see. A gravitational anomaly has been detected at Cape Garrus. Wow. The fluctuations have overcharged the float stones in the area, causing them to break free of the ground and hover midair. I can ignore that. I'll start doing some stuff when we get the last area. I don't have anywhere else to go. The Megalith Marble. You recall the lamp melt marble utilized in Fana. This new stone is in a similar vein. But it was developed by our team exclusively for terra firma. It began the question, why does so much skyborne rock nearly float in place? There had to be a natural counterbalance at play, so we started digging. The ore we found below can be used to shield against forces both gravitational and magnetic. So we granted to make the marble you see in the panels just there. Interesting. I'm gonna float away. Let's see, we believe that many voyagers once made their homes here. Quite literally, as each domicile appears to have been carved out as a single native boulder by arcane means. Thus they call them rock hollow homes. And they probably cost a lot in rent. Though they lie empty now. They still have much to tell us of their inhabitants, who may have been no taller than the people of Varus. Alright, let me have some waters. On the next ad break, I'm gonna have to go fill up my water, actually. Starting to get a little low. Alright, let's see what Numbingway has to say here. What are you sorry for? Are you gonna bonk me a bunch? Our base of operations nestled in the Megalithopolis, the once great city of stone. Given that the family dwellings are clustered here, as well as the largest ruins we've found, it must have been a vibrant, bustling community. Almost forgot. You don't have to do it every day, you know. Granted, it has been a different identity then. Even more different countenance, back before the anomalies tore asunder. And how am I to describe the place I never knew? The moment searching way told us of the star, I feared that any name I could give it would always be inferior to its true one. That was arrogance. Of course, I could never replace the name it once had. And who would ask me to? There will be no forgiveness. Unless you give me some tea. Bonk for 100. I mean, you can do a singular bonk for 100, although I guess dehydrates a lot of bonks, you know. It does have a cooldown, though. The Theris isn't gone, no matter how time has changed the face of it. Yet many of you have never known any home but Heidelin. Neither truth makes the other less true. Only this can mean something now. Does it need to do more than that? And if one day we come to know the stars are the name, well, then it can have both. That has to be better than being labeled RG4-6 at the very least. Well, you should be sorry, Haley. You're going in crate time. Get in the crate. Come on, chop chop. You can join Reki in the crate. You can both have one really small crate. Let's see. Now let us embark on a journey of appreciation for all that this star has to offer. Okay, I already yapped at both of those. Let's see. So when I get up and get water, maybe I should have a stretch. Really, my muscles are like really tight right now. I wonder how that happened. It's too bad my bathtub is too small for a soak. It'd be nice to be able to have a nice little soak in hot water or something, but I'm a little too tall and my bathtub be a little too small for me. Imagine being tall. I don't have to imagine. It just means I can get the cookies and I can hide them up there so that you short people can't get to them. Two towering stone projections reaching toward the firmament, almost as if to taunt nature itself. See how the shielding wall to the west is positioned directly between the Megalithopolis and the anomaly. I believe this has kept the region's ruins comparatively undamaged, hence the name. Thank you for the head pats. Hello, Heresy. And now you know that we ourselves are protected by more than just the rainbow crystal's power. The gay crystal. As for what lies beyond the falsifying world of the east, nothing but wasteland. For that reason did I see fit to give it the name of Pretender. How dare that wall. Next we shall pay a visit to what most may well be the most captivating place in Oasis. I do hope you're excited. As a ladder, I'm not very climbable. You can try, I'll bonk you down. I'll bonk you down and call you a bad boy. That'll learn him. Let's see. Not physically possible, too strong. I don't know about that one. A little itty bitty cuddly bear. Are very good climbers. Well, I would like to see you try. Besides, I don't have any honey that you can try climbing to or any salmon up there. Oh, there's water here. What's going on over there? Call this unmourned anchor. The resemblance is more metaphorical than physical. With a bit of help from our gravitational generators that connects the stones of Shadefleet to more solid ground, despite being quite adrift itself. Speaking of the sea, to the south sprawls a magnetic horizon. I assure you that name is more than mere poetic license. Only by the grace of the water's own magnetic properties do we find the sky less full of sea than it is of stone. Can you imagine what would happen if a living loper were to fall in? On second thought, I shan't speculate. Now let us cross over to Shadefleet and get a closer look at the star's most fearsome feature. What the heck is Shadefleet? What are these? Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh yeah, they said this place was floating. Okay, well it's not actually floating, it's just on and out crawling. Gotta go around these rocks here. Let's see. Why do they call it Shadefleet? I guess some of these are maybe a little boat shape. Poppy eyes. I shan't fold. I shall hold strong. Oh, hey, the ad break is starting soon. Alright. You know what? I'll take that time to go refresh my water as well, and then have a little bit of a stretch. And then, yeah, we'll do the little yap yaps when I get back. But I will be right back, everyone. Sit tight. Don't forget to hydrate yourselves as well, you know. It's not good to sit for hours without having a little sippy. Alrighty, hello, hello. I have returned. The cat was deciding to ask for a little bit of attention since she noticed I was up and about. She likes getting up when she sees me stretching. She takes that as her cue to come start meowing for me. Uppies, no uppies. Uppies go, I'll give you uppies that'll put you in the crate. That'll be little ditch uppies. Yoinky slinky music. The coffee hasn't won. Yeah, honestly, I'm probably gonna go for like a couple hours or something. I'm really exhausted. But I didn't just wanna skip a stream, you know. Let's see, did you catch the sight of terraforming globe smaller as we made our way up? Talking about this altitude, the sufficiently stiff breeze is as much of a danger as any anomaly. That's so mean. Well, you know, if you promise to be good, maybe you can have one uppie. A singular up. I swear when I picked up my cat, I think I got fur in my mouth. Eh. Bleh. Her fur just gets everywhere. I swear, your favorite chew toy? Maybe if you're good, I'll let you have the chew toy inside the crate. Let's see, put that from your mind from now. Tell me what else catches your eye. The big glowing thing. The ominous anomaly. That menacing orb you see is but one of the many gravitational anomalies that affect Oasis. We know not how they came to be, but that the star's aether isn't somewhat corrupted, and not in the currents mayhaps. Some have proposed using gravitational magics to resolve the imbalance, but the finer points of this plan have yet to materialize. Twisted tree. Yo, the crooked cedar. The crooked cedar. Or by gravity right down to the roots. Evidently the anomalies fluctuate faintly, hence some branches are forced to grow towards the nearest sphere, while others are free to seek the sun. A few saplings will be exported to Aetheris to absorb their growth under normal conditions. I expect they'll go straight up. Maybe they'll go gay up instead. Flowers in full bloom, in the dark, no less. I see how these blooms share their splendor with the sun. That is why I call them Solberlinia. I think that's beryl, right? Solberlia? That sounds more correct. Their lofty position has caused their leaves to grow larger than is typical, so that they now resemble petals in their own right. Though Shadefleet's soil has few nutrients and limited capacity to retain water, these hardy plants have only become bigger and brighter. I do admire their spirit. A 7-year-old woman asking internet catboy for uppies. Are you the cringe? It's okay, embrace the cringe. You only get to cringe once, you know. Enjoy it. This puffed up plant is a kidding polyp, named for both its resemblance to the noble octopus and its ability to remain gently aloft. It floats in place and impervious to the whims of the gravity spheres. Seemingly unaided by its roots or vines, they call it a botanical marvel. Yet there must be some unseen connection to the soil, a force still greater than etheric corruption. Through a scientific study, we intend to find it. Shadefleet. Oh, this is floating. It looked like it was touching the water. These landmasses were once part of the lithosphere, but Oasis's own gravity hasn't this strength to contend with the anomalies' effects on them. Perhaps they would have been more easily tempered downward, were they not riddled with striations of indigo, which has proven less dense than the surrounding stone. Or perhaps not. These details are better left to mathematically inclined. In any case, similar ore is found all across Oasis, untouched at that, and the voyagers have had no use for it, despite its beauty. Floating fragments. What a name. I recall you the Impescators and Fophor of Fana. These pseudostones, I call them, arguably of a similar nature. Chew toy in your crate. Okay, maybe you can have two chew toys, just in case you get bored of the first one. Let's see, their idle mid-air posture recalls to mind an earth sprite prior to its awakening. The star has yet to give rise to its own intelligent life, but mayhap one day will spark from the faint power contained with these stones. Glowing gems. Ooh, fancy. You spotted the yellow-green sparkle. That is Oasis Jasper. Like crystal, it is proven highly sensitive to etheric stimuli. In fact, I heard it was expertly utilized in the restoration of Desert Burrow. The Udron of terra firma is made of this jasper as well. The Voyagers unearthed some truly spectacular specimens. Is it not strange that we ourselves only have found it here in Shadefleet, while the other veins depleted, or it has something to do with the anomaly nearby? Who knows? Well, have you made enough delightful discoveries about our dear Oasis, or do you need more time? I've had my fullest fill of the delightful. I'm glad. For my part, I have dearly enjoyed this academic tour. Navigating the star's treacherous terrain has given me much to think about too. As before, my mind is drawn to the past. Just as the people of Heidelin came to know the meaning of Aetheris, I should like to one day see Oasis as our predecessors knew her. I wish that Voyagers were still here, that they might tell us not only their chosen nomenclature, but how it felt upon their tongues and in their hearts. I see now the opportunities I missed, wandering Aetheris those 100 years. All that time I worked from the shadows, speaking to scant few tenuous acquaintances. I was convinced that my means of study was superlative. How much more could I have learned had I thought to know you through your own words? But that time of solitary struggle is long past, as are the final days owing to you and yours. Far more important is what I can achieve now. I joined this initiative in pursuit of a new dream, and I intend to see it through. Each and every discovery shall receive my very best, whether I'm giving it its first name or its 100th. Nod. Big words make brain go burr. It's okay, that's why I'm here. I'll deal with the big words. Another hydrate. Are you trying to drown me here? It's a good thing I put a limit on that. I still remember where you all did 14 hydrates in a row on me, trying to drown me. Okay. Wanna whack me? How rude. For the cheapest. Okay. I was just being a meanie. Let's see. That's all I need to be able to look upon my contributions with pride. Oh, but I'm rambling, aren't I? And we've kept searching while waiting once again. Oh, thank you for the head pats. And then I still have the other... Yeah, the other teleporters to scan down. So we'll do that before we head back. And then the next world shall be the last one. You won't. How rude, Jesse. I demand head pats. Ah! I'm being accosted. How dare thine do this upon me? You better be counting your days there. It's going to be a small number, I assure you. Let's see, then I need these two. I'm surprised they didn't take us over more places. Whatever, I'll explore. How many balls are there? I know there was one over in the distance. Let's go here and then... I'll hook a right. Zoom. But of course there's a big chasm here, and it's very dusty besides. Well, it's nice and glowy though. Maybe because you're always a good girl. Perhaps, perhaps. Although I don't know, good girl is a very high praise. Have you earned it today? Oh, I like these little green crystals. It's not my favorite shade of green. I like a darker green like this. But it's interesting. Actually, you know what this reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of the like Necron green. Maybe this is a tomb world. A bear does not concern itself with the opinions of cats. They are the facts of cats, I'll have you know. Why? Why is this, what, that's the shortest, why does that exist? Got most of the work done? Okay, well you earned it, good girl. Hopefully you can last throughout the day. Although it's only, what, like 3 hours now? You can make it. Can honestly, with like the little delay of getting on and off, I'm not sure it's worth it. Can I even get out of here? Do I have to go all the way back? I might have to go all the way back. Yeah. Okay, I thought that was gonna give me a way out of here. What, just so you can listen to it anytime? You can't be having it for free like that. Okay, let's see. We'll go up here and then around. And then there's just the one. Actually, you know what? No, it probably won't be faster to take the portal. Did I even use it while I was down here? There's the whole reason I came down here. I did. So, bro. Shit fleet. Cape Karis. Oh, I didn't, oh, maybe we just didn't go to that one. Okay. So we'll go here, and then that last one, and I'll just use this to teleport back. Yeah, I like the other world more. I thought it had nicer music. It was also prettier. I mean, I'm sure some people like desert environs, but you know, I'm a more arctically inclined cat. I could just like go straight there. Actually, these portals will take me straight to it if I just go through one and then the other. You getting your yoinky splunk on? I guess we'll have to catch some of these fish, although I don't think these fish are really used for the fish log, so I might not have to worry about it so much for my unending quest to catch every fish. You know what, that's true, that's true. You don't know when they're gonna come and go. Let's see, okay, so I'll wait to do the quest. I think I'll just go straight there. I'm surprised that there's someone here. Although I guess there was one person in the other region as well. I wonder if there's achievements for the various regions. I would imagine not, but what do I know? Crafting and gathering. It's probably gonna be, let's see, unfinished achievements. Skyward score, scroll, cosmic score. All stellar missions on. Yeah, that's gonna. I'll have to work on that at some point, but perhaps once I have better gear. My gear is very old and outclassed. And even when I had it, it wasn't very good. But perhaps I do wonder how much it's gonna cost. I mean, I could afford it, but well, there's still like what, 4 months until the expansion? 5 months? I don't know when the last crafting set's gonna come out. Oh, thank you, Haley. Thank you. I hope I'm your favoriteest Catboy of them all. Let's see. The touring duo returns. Did Naming get the chance to recount his naming escapades here on Oasis? Indeed. Together we scoured the land for its most tragically beautiful vistas. Excellent. While you were away, I received reports that significant progress has been made in restoring the Euhedron. The what now? What have they discovered? Top 3? Hold on, where's my toggle? Where is it? I got it somewhere. What do you mean top 3? Top 3, that's the best I get. Let's see, good question. Delise is on site as we speak. Let's say we go and find out. At least I'm topping. True, I'm always topping. Let's see, your timing is impeccable. For the data transfer from Desert, Burrow has just concluded. If all goes to plan, we'll gain control of this thing at any moment. What is this thing? Boop. Oh, a star map. What is the meaning of this swirly, sparkly spectacle? Is it some kind of record the Voyagers left behind? Strange, this pattern of lights resembles the layout of the star system RG-4. In which case, the curved line would suggest a trajectory. Hello, Ender. Could this be a navigational chart, one designed for each star's orbital plane as a means of acceleration? We have evidence enough that Voyager's prowess with gravitational magic stuff firmly place it within the realm of possibility, which could mean the Voyagers left this star of their own volition. Perhaps. But by the look of these coordinates, their starship must have had departed at high velocity. And to achieve this flight path with gravitational magics would necessitate a spell of considerable scale, even for the smallest vessel. Beep, boop, boop. Whether they would repeat that process to facilitate regular travel, gravity of the very star would suffer for it, would it not? It's a stronger theory than aught the research team has managed to come up with. I'll see who I can recruit for further analysis of this data. Okay. That faint observation team ought to hear of this too. They may be able to work out precisely where the Voyagers were headed. Are we stalking them? Listen to the chat, Gulag. They're not acting up just yet. Then we're going after them. You bet your carrots we're going after them. If we can make contact with their descendants, it will be the initiative's greatest hop yet. For that reason, I'll have the whole crew pivot to data analysis. As soon as we have our next coordinates, you'll be the first to know. When the time comes, I want you both on board with me. Yippee! Flop. He's positively jumping for joy. Complete 50 stellar missions to become eligible to take an additional quest. But luckily there's one more planet. The Forests of Paradise. Oh, that looks fancy. Though subtlety has never been searching with strong suit, today he's vibrating at a frequency that suggests that he's fit to bursting with news. Alright, what gave me away this time? The restless fidgeting, I suppose. Seeing you in that state, I can only assume one thing. Indeed, owing to the tireless efforts of our research team, our next coordinates are set. Yippee! After careful analysis of the Voyager's navigational chart, we've determined that our next destination shall be EG-1-9. Arg. I knew it was coming, it still it grates my poor ears. I shall amend that insipid designation at once. By all means, my friend. I'm told that compared to Oasis, this new star bears rather more overt traces of Voyager habitation. In time, we'll refine our understanding of their culture, and if we're lucky, make contact with some living descendants. Well then, whatever are we waiting for? Flop, flop. Come along, we've sent forth We set forth onto a new frontier for the Cosmic Exploration Initiative. I believe this is the last planet, right? There's no telling what awaits at EG-1-9, but with the tools we now have at our disposal, I just know we'll find something incredible. Once we've all made ready, I shall summon the good Captain Cruisingway and have her bring us aboard. Yippee! Let's head on out. We meet again. It's always a pleasure to be your captain. Tell me, darling, are you prepared to heat things up? Indeed. Then to EG-1-9 then. Make yourself comfortable and enjoy the ride. Ah! Touch can vibrate at the exact frequency of air of the object before him, allowing to phase through it. What do you mean, Jesse? Oh, naming Louis looks so happy. All passengers ready and willing. For better or for worse, our destination is teeming with ether. There's no telling what's arisen from that primordial boon. We should all exercise all due caution. Well, you're the captain. We're heading engine output to anti-gravity thrusters. Ignition and liftoff. It's a very gentle liftoff. Aligning with Stellar Crew. Coordinates set for EG-1-9. Galactic Way engaged. Well, you know, the Flash isn't real. Unlike these itty-bitty bunnies. Ah, my eyes! It's too bright. So we're on Endor, but with crop circles. Cosmo Hunger, a hopper disengaged. Smooth as carrot juice, wouldn't you say? Breathtaking. I am not being mean. What do you mean, Haley? I even called you a good girl and everything. Oh, there's whole towers here. Interesting. Yeah, the whole star is covered in trees, and amid them a metropolis. More than a subtle hint of habitation indeed. Would that we could trace the Voyager's footsteps to learn the lives they've led under these verdant canopies. I mean, that's assuming the trees were even here when they were alive, and not that they grew over the ruins. I know not what they named this relevant maternal spring, but we shall call it Oxia. Alright. Hey, pass the Oxia cord. I'm the nicest Yippee. What a... That's a good designation to have. I'll have it as a badge that I'll start wearing. The nicest Catboy. Here we are, EG-1-9, henceforth known as Oxia. As you can see, we've constructed a cosmoport in the heart of the ruins. From the looks of it, some generation of Voyagers may have used this area for the very same purpose. Excellent. I was waiting for you lot to come and grant this star a proper name. How did you get here first? Well met, Delise. Hard at work already, I hear. That work will proceed more swiftly for Necrosis's presence. As before, I'm to lead the research team here on Oxia. I expect we'll cross paths on the expedition ahead. What news from your preliminary surveys? Through liberal use of pruning shears, we've encountered urban ruins with arcane architecture unlike aught recorded thus far. Whereas the structures on Oasis were built through the simplest repositioning of stone, these were all but sculpted from flora. You heard the theory that this star could be the Voyager's homeland. While having seen its sophistication for myself, I may well have to subscribe. Yet the city appears to have been abandoned for quite some time. We've seen not to bolster our hopes the descendants of those who left Oasis remain. Did they die out, or is there yet more to this tale than meets the eye? Oasis and its hedra are any indication. Our answers await deep in the ruins. Like as not, but have care when exploring. Whatever magic maintains this city is still active in some form. The periodic petal showers, for instance, appear to accelerate decomposition by means of greater microbial activity, thereby separating foreign matter from that more easily incorporated into the sediment. Oh, given our nature, I suppose we leopards fall into the foreign matter category. I should hate to be separated in a more forceful fashion. Wander with utmost caution and be sure to report any hints you discover as to the Voyager's fate. There remain a multitude of possibilities to explore, and I shan't rest ere we reach a satisfactory conclusion. I dare say there are no fewer missions ahead of you, Necrosis, but do remember to check your exit tablet for progress reports. And my messages, lest commanding way. I sent commanding way to fetch you directly. Now then, duty calls. Turns the Voyagers gay. The game was rigged from the start. Likewise, I espy no shortage of nameless novelties. I'll see you anon. Well, let's see what we can do here. Oxia now accessible. Click, click, click. So this should be the last one, although... Oh. It said something. Calibrated. On this latest stuff. Sure, whatever. Oh, and an item. Searchaway could not be prouder of the initiative's blossoming efforts. Well, might as well. Oh, no, I heard an event pop up. There you are. All the greenery starts to blur together after a while, doesn't it? Have you learned your way around? I'm afraid I was rooted to my work. I like the puns. Not to repeat myself time and again, but I'm deeply grateful that you joined the initiative. We would never have made it this far without your contributions. At last, I return. Vast as these ruins are, I do believe I have officially named everything. Welcome back, Namingway. I saw your submissions on my exo tablet, and suffice to say they're already a hit with the crew. Glad to be of service, as always, and I look forward to sharing my many discoveries. In the meanwhile, we have been investigating the inner workings of Grandma Laurel. Who? Oh, the tree. There's a green crystal at her core, not unlike Euphodon on Oasis. In this case, however, the problem isn't a mere lack of ether, but also old age wearing down the components. The scientists at least enter team to make careful repairs alongside their analysis, and guess what? Owing to the knowledge gained on Oasis, she says they're already nearly done. So I'd say we pay our dear grandma a visit. Well, let's see what that one event is, first of all. Well, do I have to, like, actually go over there? I know I can't apply as a pilot, because I don't have a pilot license. I could have sworn there's a way to queue to, Oh, look, a bunch of people here. Yippee, we finally found the spot where the people are. I hope I don't have to manually go out there. Mechs deployed, supporting personnel. Stabilization at land. At last, indeed, indeed. Maybe we do have to go out there manually. What's up? This place is all wibbly wobbly. Well, let's see if I can't navigate this. That goes down really far. Don't fall. Okay, then we'll go over here and get this teleporter. And there's one here, I might as well grab that and then zoop my way back, and then should be at just another stop until we get here. I think ground supporters. I could have sworn there was a way to queue up it remotely, but I don't remember how to do it. Let's attune to the crystal here for some fast travels. Oops. I schmoved before it was done. Okay. Imagine there's probably a lot of people in there. Then again, this isn't like... I know this is the newest for this. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully I'm not taking too long of a detour, but I can use the crystal to just teleport back to save myself a little bit of time. Zoom. Why should it be like just literally nobody even at the event? That's fine. I'll do it myself. At least we have roads, you know. I need roads wherever I go, as a proper American does. Although, this isn't like an 18-lane highway. I don't know if this is sufficient enough for me. Alright, let's see here. Join the event. Sublimate Dwarf Mercon. What the fuck does that mean? Sublimator spray. Okay. Is it the flowers? Oh, it's gotta be these. Okay. I see. What does a fancy one do? Growth formula and wide angle. There's no effect on specimens. Supplementary. Oh, it's just a wider area. I see. Hello, pie. Oh, that just barely didn't hit. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one here. It's going. Just slowly scooting through some quests here. The formula. Yeah, that's not a player. But I imagine maybe we'll be able to get one of those spiders. Perhaps. I don't even remember what we get as a reward from these, but hey, we'll find out. Contribution 420. Yippee. I wonder if I have to interact with it. I don't. I just have to get near it. That's nice. Ooh, this is a big one. Nice. I'll just have to be a little bit more... It's not really economical, but yeah, there's a finite time limit since I'm the only person here. You know. These events should scale based on how many people actually, like, sign up and start doing it. So, it should be possible. I mean, hell, it's already, like... Well, it's approaching halfway. Of course, I missed the first couple minutes. Light for drops. Yeah. You know, that's why you guys should try it. So that it's, you know, so we have more friends that we make along the way. It is free to try, after all. Not that I'm sponsored or anything. How many juices do I have? This is my last juice. Oh dear. I'm looking for like a nice big cluster of them. Ah, this is kind of big-ish. Oh, that was a good spread. 50%. Yeah, there should be no trouble getting this all done. And then I can go back to doing my quest and then finally actually started working on some progress. That I've done all the, now that I've gotten all the busy work out of the way. Well, that's what happens when you don't play this game for a while. You know, you just have a bunch of quests that you can do. You know, the producer and director, even, you know, when talking about, I forget what exactly was being questioned on, but talking about, you know, how, there's like lulls in the content, 'cause, you know, there's like months between patches. And he just straight up said, like, yeah, you don't have to be playing this game, you know, forever. You can and should take breaks and then, you know, come back when there's been some more updates. Instead of just hyper grinding on, you know, one particular thing. And I think that's an admirable thing to say, instead of just like, you know, no, you must always play our game and just fucking find something to entertain yourself between content drops, you know, within the game, of course, but just deal with it. Cosmo credits. Alright, these different planets have different credits. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's also one thing if you're starting Final Fantasy with how many story quests there are, just don't focus on burning through them all. Because you're not gonna have a good time, you know? The story is one of the biggest draws of this game. A lot of people treat this game basically as a single player, you know, as a single player MMO, because like, in the same way that SWTOR, you know, has a lot of good single player story stuff, and you know, you occasionally do dungeons that have other people. I think it's kind of similar. Just, you know, kind of enjoy the ride. Don't focus on burning through everything. Or even worse, buy a story skip. You can purchase a story and level skip on the store. Do not do that. I honestly dislike that it's even a thing that you can do. That's such an awful thing. And some people, you know, will just look at it and be like, oh, but I want to start doing raids now, you know, even though I don't know how to play the game. And then they'll do that and they'll be having a miserable time because they don't know how to play their class. Because you don't ease into it naturally. They just start at, you know, whatever the level is with their entire job roster of things to do. And that's not a good way to do things. I do wish that they'd just take it off the store, but I'm sure there were just like so many people that are like, why can't we just pay to skip the story? Which is unfortunate, but whatever. They're for weeks straight, then can't bother with the moment an update comes out because the grind destroyed their experience. Yeah, I mean, I'm guilty of that a little bit. I know I kind of hyperfixate on a game or two. That's one reason with streaming I've been trying to branch out more, not just do like a one. I know earlier in my days I was doing like one game, and I kind of branched to do like 3 different games. But I'm just trying to, you know, make sure that I don't stick with one thing and then get kind of tired of it, even though, you know, I enjoy what the game is. Let's go inside and see how the team is faring. Indeed, let's. This is interesting. Good timing, you've lot. Now that we've fixed it up, we believe this arcane circuit can reactivate the core system. We need only supply Aether of like signature. We were just about to give it a go. Yeah, charge up those computers. The tree-pewters, I guess. Trunk network sleep mode disengaged. Redefining chlorophyll protocols. Is that a Voyager? Did they just speak to us? Wasn't that the Echo? Or that wasn't the Echo. You give no explanation but that in order to bypass the language barrier. This entity has attuned to our very minds. How dare they? Protocol is active. Gita, shatter of slumber. Through the synthesis of knowledge do we choose peace speak upon you. But to whom do we speak? To what end would you bid us part from ambrosial dream? We hail from stars beyond, seeking the wisdom of our forebears in cosmic sojourn. Ooh, that is not easy. Essentially, we found your navigational chart on gravity-torn star and wanted to know more about you. Does that make sense? Are any story skips we get a level 80 boost? I know in Guild Wars 2 also, aren't you like always scaled down to like the zone that you're in? That's a name. Z Elniowat, the Wasteland. Long has it been since we were forced to abandon it. You have traveled far. Tell us more. After you left, did you continue to voyage there regularly for supplies of ore? Was it not the overuse of gravitational magics which created the anomaly that exists here today? How accurate is my hypothesis? I think you're asking too much. An impressive deduction, in harmony with the truth. Uh-oh. They're greening us. Such intelligence in itself is an unreliable indication, but your organic pulses bespeak no savagery. Am I not wearing socks with my shoes? I just noticed that when I got really close up. This as well. Had you any ill intent towards us or our star, we would have been forced to take certain measures. But if you seek only to know the forest, then we may grant you a guide. What is your answer? Setting aside the troubling nature of your other statement. Yes, I think that sounds lovely. What's happening? It's gonna be a little one. Receive of us this terminal, bud. So long as you show it no hostility, we will cooperate in kind. More lifelike than a mammoth, yet unmistakably inorganic. You say it has all knowledge of the star. Think of the impact this will have on our research. The bliss of corrections and corroborations. We simply must seize this chance. I confess I've seen quite a bit of your star already and given names to all of my favorite sites. I was in fact planning to take Necrosis here on a grand tour and tell them all about them. But frankly, I'd rather hear your names. Our names. Then perhaps you would care to know what we call ourselves. Nagulville? How to pronounce that? I want to say the first is Nagy. Nagulv? Sounds like it could be right. It's important to wear socks. I'm not a barbarian. Hold on. I can't really adjust my camera. I think maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. I can't really get a good angle on my feet, though. Oh, Necrosis, what a grand opportunity this is. Come, let us learn of, Nagyelvi and their home. Each bud is rooted unseen to the trunk network. All that is witnessed, every word spoken, flows as fallen rain through the forest. A direct connection to the mainframe, I suppose. Splendid. There is not like to be a more reliable guide. Alrighty. Where do we go from here? I see a conversation dude out over here. Oh, I can talk to both of them. Discuss the urban sprawl. Looks so small from up here, doesn't it? Puts one in mind of an elder watching over their little ones. It's what inspired the names of the Grandma Laurel and purposefully positioned towerlings, and the family netroot which connects them. Family takes many forms in the cosmos. Our new generations would sprout every few turns of the sun, following the great pollination. We Loperts are mostly familiar with the life cycle of the people of Atheris. Can imagine much is different for botanical beings such as yourselves. Scintillating. Our fair city, alive once more. It's grown in unexpected ways through your intervention, but not unpleasant ones. It looks so small from up here, doesn't it? Put one's mind, one in mind of an elder. Hold on, didn't I already read that? Okay, so if I talk with it first, it says more things. Oh, that's kind of annoying. I'll have to see if that keeps being a thing. Let's see what this is. Given the placement of the Grandma Laurel, I infer this to be the city center, hence Core Shroud. Similarly, we call this region Lanicel Ate, in your words, Central Administration. Great minds think alike then. You can imagine large crowds commuting up and down these streets. There was sizable population of Nagilvi prior to your slumber, I hope. Did they all look like you? Just so. We were born of seed and soil. As eons passed, our roots grew and the star's sacred power granted us autonomy. You call this power ether or magic. Our understanding of it blossomed and we shaped the forest into foundation, city into civilization. You would be right at home in Twelveswood. But while we had our suspicions, it's almost unbelievable this was constructed through purely arcane means. Yet your possessive skills honed without the use of any sacred power. To us, that is the miracle. But we Loperts were blessed with talents by dint of our creation. Far more special are our contributors from Matheris, like Necrosis. They began entirely from scratch. This cultural exchange is off to a fascinating start, is it not? Next, let us show our new friend where we conduct many of our operations. We talked to this one. I can ignore that for now. Let's go to the next place. This is also like really high up. I mean, I guess this whole city is pretty high up since if we look down, there's just fog and no ground to see. Well, it's a nice sight at least. Well, I do find it amusing to think of them using like these little speeders and freaking motorcycles as little tree people. Emphasis on little, I guess, with how small that is. Are these like two-person? Alright, where's the conversation place over here? Let's see. Let's discuss technology. This form makes traversal tiresome. If only we could wield our displacement powers. We're making some use of transport vessels and drones scattered around. Timber drones, I call them. Are they Nagilvi inventions? I did play SWTOR, yes. Quite a bit, until it went free to play. I basically dropped it then. We built roads to bridge the treetops and developed vehicles to facilitate high-speed travel. Transportation to, or teleportation to, was common. Meanwhile, the flying Zero's, Zero Or cared for the trees, orbiting the city to bathe each in its light in turn. What a wonder the city fell into disrepair without them. Good infrastructure requires upkeep, everything from street sweeping to floodplain management. You gonna say the same thing? Alrighty. I played Inquisitor. Of course, I was a sorcerer kitty. And casting spells. I'm a main healer. I think it was called Inquisitor, right? Hold on. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, Inquisitor. And then what were the advanced classes? Yeah, I did Sorcerer, not Assassin. Let's have a little bit of a yap. Here we are in Timber Lodge, local outpost for cosmic exploration initiative and point of origin for all of our expeditions, be they on foot or by starship. This served as a harbor for we XIV as well. We would first teleport ourselves to one of the 2 moons, and from there journey under the stars. Of course, alternating relay points would necessarily reduce the strain inflicted by gravitational magics, explaining the absence of anomalies like we found on Oasis. Yes, as a result, we did not realize our sacred power could have such adverse effects. When we alighted upon our wasteland star, we discovered a mystical stone, like into the dew of 1,000 trees. A mere pebble was enough to make the spirit flourish, allowing the sacred power within us to grow all the more. And so poor Oasis's fate was sealed, as is ours, since we decided we're off to Helios Pagora next. I have more questions that want for answers. I feel that, Haley. I am also of the very EPs. Once I finish these quests, I might see about maybe winding down for the evening. I'm very, very sore, so I know it's a bit earlier than I usually call it, but we'll see about getting this quest done at least, so that there's nothing left unsaid. It's okay. Have a nice hot shower to relax, and then start winding down before I can go flop in bed, and hopefully have a nice big long slumber, at least for 20 hours. You know, I think that's a good nap. There it is. Like this region holds some special significance to the XIV. Perceptive. Once this was Telegia Zifia, where we luxuriated in the sun's blessings. But as the veins of dewstone ran dry, we began to wither. Choice was upon us: seek a substitute from another star or suffer stagnation without the sacred power. Some courageous few journeyed back into the great expanse, never to be heard from again. We are those who remain. Forgive me, I was rather hoping to cheer you up, but I think I see the full picture. You're fighting for the hope of tomorrow just as we did under the threat of the final days. And you know, no matter the outcome, I think that in itself is quite admirable. We are grateful for your kind words. Last but not least, I say we take a moment to contemplate the fruitful union of city and woodland to full bloom gardens. We're done. One scoot over. I know my cat's all curled up in a ball on my floor. I tried pulling her over for a cuddle earlier because she was wanting attention, but she like immediately left my lap and then just like started meowing from elsewhere in the room. I don't know why. She likes just sitting in her one spot and expecting attention there instead of like taking 2 steps to come over to me. Where is it? There we go. Alright, let's see what these things are called. On Etheris, it is quite uncommon to see paved roads so close to the murmur of fountains and forests. Is there anything particular that stands out to you? Glossy silver clumps. Those granny nickels are made of solid metal and consequently weigh a tons apiece. The city of green, the glint is harsh indeed. We call them Mayag Yagam. Yidi. That's too many consonants in one word. Root silver fruit. Though they would appear to have fallen from the trees, they rise up from within the earth. Giving her attention is the privilege she's allowing me to have. Well, you know, she can... she could just meow 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 from across the room as much as she wants. Let's see, during the time of our interstellar excursions, it was a source of workable metal. Yet even aided by sacred power, we struggled to sculpt with it. Could it be the arcane manipulation of plants inadvertently causes those metals to clump up? I'd like to get an alchemist's opinion. The alchemists, perhaps. Behold the trilattice facades. Named for the eye-catching windows, naturally. Were these your homes? We called them Ver, or sunlit greenhouses. Most served as residences or facilities seeing daily use. Just as I thought, the expedition team found them empty, so further details you can provide would be appreciated. Tree. The Blushing Beauty is a dayspring of dew tree, named for its resemblance to the seasonal blossoms of the Far East. This is Villig Apillig, meaning leaves of eternal spring. Spring is... Oh, you know of this concept would suggest that your star has seasons as well. Oxia has a temperate climate with 9 distinct stages of spring. Throughout it all, the Villig Apillig never sheds its leaves. Fancy. Tower and crystal. To the south is the rooted towerling and massive growths of indicolite, larger than even the Euadron on Oisis. Somebody calls it heavy words. A logistical nightmare to transport. No, the Z Elena was much smaller when we harvested from the wasteland. We did not learn until later that it grows with exposure to ambient ether. Like the Dewstone, it was a vital resource upon which we grew reliant for the maintenance of our infrastructure. The Dewstone, however, was used on most all occasions that we called upon sacred power. Eventually, our stores were exhausted, leave only a fraction deep within the city's core. That explains the visible absence of Jasper here. The loss must have been a crisis indeed. Must have been a nightmare indeed. These gallant gantries are known as Oxian waygates. I recall seeing similar structures in Garlemald. How are these used, I wonder? To disseminate news and notices of congested areas to those in wheeled vessels. I regret this is more likely mundane than you had hoped. Not at all. It's quite futuristic from our perspective. The city must have been breathtaking back when you had mineral resources to power it. Roadway. Major roadway with only 1 lane apiece. The great roadway that links each substructure is called the Emerald Nervature. Be sure to watch your step. To us, this was simply Central 3. That which plummets is most often salvaged by branches below. Below, concentric rivers embrace the great tree, forming a wetland reservoir. Swimming will be the most fascinating aspect of Nagilvi's civilization, the interplay between natural resources and advanced infrastructure. What about you? The words spoken into this terminal are shared with the forest, but worry not, for they shall bear no judgment. What of us nourishes your mind? Will you water us in kind? Or do your admiration of our roots and branches as pleasant as a spring breeze? Goodness, we've learned so much. Have your burgeoning questions been tended to, or shall we request another sprinkling of insight? My garden of knowledge has been thoroughly watered. Wonderful. I myself have greatly enjoyed the contrast between names like Quine and the Nagilvi originals. That is well. Likewise, our first bliss with extraterrestrials has been a novel experience. Ah yes, I expect such encounters are exceedingly uncommon, all the more reason to celebrate ours. Incidentally, pray forgive the impertinent question, but where do your bodies rest? Is there a facility we've simply yet to find? Our bodies. Those who remain on the star chose to lay roots deep in the earth. Intertwined in sleep, we lift our arms to the sun. The rustling of our leaves our hymn to the world. Can you not hear us? You mean to say the trees of Oxia? Together we endure through ages untold. No one exists among the many. There is only the forest. And the forest sleeps, memories indistinguishable from dreams, fleeting as bubbles in a stream. The bud to which you speak to is of course part of the system that safeguards our slumber. But even in our stillness, the forest grows, feeding upon the star's remaining power. Without our former bodies, we are powerless to prune it as we once did. The very stasis by which we hoped to staunch our avarice sowed the seeds of our destruction. A millennia passed and engorged tendrils began to throttle the natural order. Our systems failed and we lay dreaming. Had you not Had you not arrived one day, we would have withered and never even noticed we were rotting. That to us would be the only true death. Dear me, how dreadful. Imagine our surprise to find that instead of suffocating shroud trimmed back, relieving the undue strain upon the star. Our once forsaken city pulses with new life, our trees anointed with new names, and we are happy. In your coming you have healed our home. Then the long journey was worth every malm. And with such wonderful traveling companions too. Jared Shoyd is Jared doubled, wouldn't you say? Nod. Speaking of which, I expect Searching will want to hear of this. Both of you, pray accompany me back to his side post haste. It's about time to wrap up the quest. You know, I could probably... Oh, it's on a different place. Oh dear, and that's somewhere I can't fast travel to. Cat communication, even. Cat communication. Cat communication. Let's see. Oh, what's that emoji? Oh, is that just the Twitch one? I see. I gotta say, I look forward to having a nice warm shower and just flopping in bed. It's gonna be so cozy. Not that my cat's gonna join me. She's probably just gonna sit here in my room until she wakes up for food. You know, that's what she does. She sleeps and she eats. And she gets very, very loud when she's hungry. But she'd be absolutely screeching for food. That's gonna be me soon. I need a new pillow though. Mine's getting old. Let me have an enchanted pillow that's always cold. Welcome back, my friends. How is it seeing the sights with a native of Oxia? They had much to teach us about their history, and that was only the beginning. Let's see. 1 second. I need some water. Much better. Let's see. Their terminology was no less interesting than yours. I had wanted to mention that especially, and also... Yap. I'm speechless. To think our exploration of Oxia was a matter of life and death for the Nagilvis themselves. No researcher could ask for better results. On behalf of the forest, you have our gratitude, but that you preserved us in our slumber isn't the half of it. You sought to know us, to entwine your roots with ours. That sounds intimate. Wheresoever your path wends, henceforth we go with you, until our canopy reaches the stars. May you share in the joy of it. To humble explorers like myself and my comrades, such words are an honor indeed. It will take time to develop a full understanding of Oxia's erstwhile civilization, half buried as it is. To that end, there's plenty more I would learn about your people. If we're to be stewards of your story, we need to recount it with clarity. Rest assured, the research team will spare no effort. Beyond Oxia, Oasis, Vena, or any stars we may hope to reach in the future. This journey beyond Aetheris has a great influence on my outlook as a scholar. Working on the Ragnarok, my conviction was that a civilization could never truly outlive its architects. Even as I desperately filled the Bibliotheca Historica, it was in our service of our people's survival, rather than that of knowledge itself. Alright, let me have a little sip here. Luckily, I have plenty of ice-cold water. Maybe next time, instead of coffee, I should make some nice hot tea. That might help. Let's see. But if on some day others might come to see us as we see the XIV, perhaps that legacy is enough. Hear, hear. And what Loper hasn't found something worth carrying back with them on this grand venture? Whether it be a star-sorted history, a brilliant innovation, or a desperate dream, not needs wither so long as we're here to tend the garden. As a token of our budding connection, we offer this terminal to take on your journey. Through its eyes, we will see pleasant dreams a while longer. Very well. Might we entrust it into your care, Necrosis? Oh, sure, I'll add it to the pile. Ahem. I dare say our new traveling companion is in need of a proper name, yes? Let's discuss. We shall call them Steve. Hello, Riri. But to restore radiance to a city, to breathe new life into the leaves, it feels as though we've achieved something truly special. But the Cosmic Exploration Initiative has only just sprouted. Star by star will one day lay roots across the universe. Maybe. Bud V. That's the name. How are you doing, Riri? Complete 50 stellar missions to undertake an additional quest, sure. Something appears to be weighing on Naming Way's mind. Be mindful of your character level when exiting out of cosmic exploration zones. I just got 309 money dollars. On another class. Such way appears to be concerned about whatever concerns Naming Way. How concerning? Greetings! Lest you fret, our analysis of Grandma Laura continues apace, but perhaps you could handle something else for me. It's Naming Way. He decided to take up, well, an exploration initiative of his own. I can tell he needs help. Alas, as an overseer here, I'm in no position to lend a paw, which is why I'm volunteering yours. You do have paws, don't you? No? Of course I have paws. No, they're not in the same universe. Kingdom Hearts is a Disney property. They are entirely different. Also, each Final Fantasy game isn't even in the same universe. They're only really connected by the name of Final Fantasy. There are a scant few exceptions, with 7 and 10 technically being linked. And then, of course, like, some of the spin-off direct sequels, like 10-2 is obviously a direct continuation of 10, but, you know, what's the naming we want? What are you naming here? Fortuitous timing, just as I was telling my associates. Mission of utmost import awaits me on Aetheris. For you see, there remains unresolved the matter of the survey pod abandoned in the aftermath of my crash landing. At the time, there was no hope of repairing or even dismantling it. My only option was to conceal the wreckage under loose earth and plant matter. Now that I've reunited with my kin, however, it's time I took my responsibility for my mess. Low-power technology ought not be left unattended. That being said, the memory of precisely where I buried it is, well, it was 100 years ago. Nevertheless, I propose to have a look around the area and consult with locals as necessary. Will you care to accompany me? Wonderful. Well, let us meet again at the peaks of Girabanya. I recall a quarrying town by the name of Algana somewhere in the vicinity. Yes, I shall await you there. Alright, well, you can go await. You know, maybe I'll do like one quest. Stellar missions, Class B. I do have to do all of them. Your item level is too low. Hold on, what? You're at Godgith? Who the fuck is Godgith? At Timber Lodge. Here we go. Godgith. What's the item level for my gear? 720. Okay, craft gear. For Fisher. I don't think they're even gonna have something higher than 720. telling me to fucking go purchase gear. Okay, buddy. He doesn't literally have gear for me. And besides, it's only because I'm using this stupid tool that has a terribly low item level. Fuck it. We don't need no stinking thing. Where do I go from here? Okay. I probably should have been there. Well, let's cast a... I don't feel stupid for it. There are no stupid questions here. Unless it's asking if I'm not a top. That's a stupid question. Of course I'm a top. That's the only stupid question. Get your variety of fish as quickly as possible. Catch the fish. Oh, and this doesn't even have like a... This doesn't even have a log. Fish form, modulite. Does that go in... Yeah, I must go somewhere else. No, the fish got away. Did you see about upgrading this fucking prototype? Cosmic Flash Tracker. No, this isn't right. Infrastructure Index. I don't remember which one is where I need to look for my tool. Cosmic Fisher 2 research. That's what I need. Alright. So I need some missions to give me 2. Nice. Mission completed. Gold star. I don't even pay attention. Cosmic research. Hey! It's ready to be upgraded. I assume I have to unequip it, so let's go back home. Sell a return. I guess I could have just taken the little portal here. Alright, who do I talk to? Cosmic research. Give me that rod. Want research data. Yep. Officially reached a new stage. We're in need of all new data. Yippee! Where did it go? Added your inventory. There we go, the last slot. Nice. Maybe I can do one more mission. As a treat. What kind of data do I need? 3, I need it all. Alright. Display on map. Where's this gonna take me? Zoom. At least it's soon gonna stop yelling at me for having an under-geared thing. I don't know why that even makes that a warning, because like even if you have... I remember there was a problem I was running into. I was being told that my my item level was too low, even when I had the best gear that you could have at the time. Because you have to use a particular tool, I think. I don't think you can just fish normally. Can you just use the, can't you just not use that? I don't think so. Whatever, let's go initiate this. Alright. Fishies! Do love getting fish. It's not quite like VR fishing. But you know. I guess it's a little less headache inducing. I don't really get headaches in VR, though. I do know a handful of people do. My head's just a little too like hot and sweaty. Current score 600. I can beat that. Number and size. Do the target score within the time limit. I wonder if it's on a per fish basis and I just need like one really good fish. Alright, so we'll see if I catch another one and it's not good. Oh, what did I get? What's my score? You know what? Yeah, let's use my fancy fishing abilities. Consumed. Oh, does it actually track that? I hope not. Well, give it that it marks it. Maybe it'll give you a lowest score. That's gonna be kind of stinky. But I'm basically already done with this mission anyway. Gibby. And then I think that's where I'll call it for tonight. Because, yeah. I'll make sure to get some more, I'll make sure to get some better sleep tomorrow as well. So that, you know, Monday I'm nice and rested and ready to go. I shouldn't have to wake up super early on Monday, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. I just had to wake up and do some things this morning. I'll also see about getting some nice tea for Monday as well. I need to be able to keep my tea like warm for an extended period of time. Well, don't worry, I hydrated. Nice, report. We did it, mission completed. I do wonder if I just like not use it. I'm pretty sure I have to. I'll look into it. But I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think this is, let me get back to base camp. And that's gonna be it for me for this evening. I look forward to flopping into bed. Yeah, let me go ahead and exit game here and start doing my my little Nini spiel. But yeah, I had fun. I'm really enjoying being back to Final Fantasy XIV. You know, giving it some more stream time. I hope you'll enjoy watching it as well. I know it's very different from what I usually do, but you know, I'm doing a variety of things. But yeah, thanks for joining me this evening, everyone. I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy your Sunday. I'm gonna get plenty of sleep. I might be playing some games tomorrow. You know, we will see. Not on stream, just, you know, some offline fun. But yeah. Have a good night, everyone. And I will hopefully see you Monday, but if I don't, then I'll see you when I see you. So have a good night, enjoy your Sunday, and I'll see you next time.